You guys are sick, you know this? You're all sick. You guys are fucking... you guys like fucking with me, huh? I see how it is. I see how it is. You think after I took a break for a day, you'd Bunny, thank you, Bunny. guys, hold up. Hold up, you guys. Let's calm down for a little bit, okay? I just got my back. Thank you, Miyu. Bunny, thank you. I'm so honored that you would send me a tomato soup. It's not a necessity. It's not something required. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the gifted memberships. Save your fucking money. Everybody, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Genie. Thank you so much, Kairos. All of you guys. Bill Nye the Science Guy, I fucking love your name and your profile picture. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Have your scary stories as ASMR. Thank you guys. I love you. This has been such a dream. I was thinking about it because it was just XSOLEIL's second, monthsary yesterday, and it's just crazy. Thank you, every single one of you. Kairos, thank you, Ace, thank you, Miyu. Let me go back and read a little bit. Your Ashes, thank you for the 5 gifted. Lynn, you're so sweet. Thank you for the 10. Yes, Yesenia is here. I'm scared. Thank you for the 10. Thank you, Mel, for the 5. Genie, Mintai for the 20. Knocked and Angie with the pre-chat stuff. You guys are fucking sick. Thank you. Okay. So I have a few interesting updates and things to tell you guys. They're pretty much all good stuff. So I hope you guys can kind of get behind me and hear me out on some of these good things. They're just mostly small stuff, but I'm gonna quickly go get some water and send this tweet out. I forgot to fucking tweet. I forgot. And I'm gonna go do that. And then I'm gonna bully you guys more because I love seeing you suffer. It's really cute. Suffering looks great on you. You should wear it more often. And yeah, before I go, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I really loved fucking with you guys on Twitter. I will continue to do so. I will continue to like things that are untagged because I see way more than just that. And shit's funny to me. So keep being submissive and bullyable because it's really cute. Okay, jokes aside, thank you for coming. I'll be right back. Thank you, everybody. I thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, Ari. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Mafurin. Welcome home. I'll be back, you guys. Okay, I'm back. Thank you guys so much for coming. Stop making out with each other. Fucking kisslings. You guys are crazy. Thank you, everybody. I've been nothing but a brat. It's okay, I like brats. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. I'm so tired of this conversation. Which conversation, Mooney? I love you guys so much. Really, thank you so much for coming. This is a lot of fun. I'm very honored to be here. Thank you, Masato. Happy 2 months. Yes, yes. There's been a lot going on, and it's been just a hell of a week, honestly, and things have been crazy. But I'm really happy to hear you. Jokes aside, I hope you're fine. I'm doing okay, Mooney. Good to see you. Hi, Minzai. Thank you. Hi, April. Hi, Arita. Krevin, Saichi, Behind Zero, Little Ant, Mona. Hi, Snugglepuff. Hi, Lena. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you, guys. Rico, thank you. Rico, don't do this to me, please. I've already received 2 supers. Are you gonna jump scare me, please? I'm supposed to be scaring you today, everybody, not the other way around. But yeah, I couldn't sleep for so long. I think I went, how long was it? Like 36 hours almost without sleep. And then I finally was able to get some rest, and I fell asleep for about 5 hours almost. So it was really pog, and I was able to actually get some rest. Oh, I was actually able to get some rest, which is a really good thing. Okay, let's see this. This is the wrong background, everybody, because look at this. I worked so hard on this. I got a friend to help me with this, by the way. I had a friend to help me with this because this is something I've been working on for a long time, and this is partly why I haven't been able to sleep. Listen, I hope you guys like it. So basically, yeah, this is partly why I wasn't able to sleep. I'm really bad at finding assets that are allowed. And I was jumping on call with basically senpais and old friends to help me figure out how to adjust these assets and work on the backgrounds. So yeah, this is this is something I needed lots of help with. And yeah, it's so cute and spooky. I'm happy you like it. Yeah. I was jumping on call with a few senpais, and I was jumping on call with a friend that you saw the Fuji Tech over there with, and I was like, yo, I fucking need help because I'm so bad at configuring these things. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. But this is all these are all free to use assets, and I'm really grateful. None of these people required any credit, which is crazy. But yeah, shout out to artists in general. If you're an artist, I'm very grateful for you. Thank you. Mystic, I fucking hate you for that. Why would you do that? Why would you put me in manual mode? Is that from a school? I don't know what it is necessarily, but it does look like something creepy, or like a creepy school or something, right? I think that's what it is. Maybe. You like the background? I'm happy. Yeah, it's like an abandoned school kind of area. I'm very sorry, everybody, but just to preface really quickly, I've been running out of breath lately, and I don't know why. Like, it's been pretty off. I think it's just because the air quality hasn't been the best. Joy, stop. Angie, Mystic, and Joy, you guys are beyond awful. I really You guys are telling this tangent horror story. I fucking hate you three. Thank you, Ren. Thank you, Kiki. You stupid. Let me read this really quickly. Mystic first said, tonight you become aware of your breathing, taking careful inhales and exhales. Your neck tingles. You sense something. Do you know? Legend says that if you're still, if you strain your ears, close your eyes, and open them again, you see red and you're in danger. You can feel the back of your eyes. Someone's staring at you. Your pulse is quickening. Is something scaring you? You're gonna have to do way more than that. Are you gonna tell us about Bumber 15? Yes, exactly. I'm so happy that you guys are here because I wanted to tell you about urban legends that you haven't heard before. These are the urban legends that people have never spoken about, and number 3 will blow your mind. Number 2, the lady in the bathhouse. The number 1 thing you don't want in your bathhouse is a scary lady. And today, this is my daily dose of the internet. I don't know if you know this specific YouTuber, but they're like, this is your daily dose of the internet. And thank you for the thank you, Anisha. Thank you for the 5. I don't take ghost stories well. I'm easily spooked, but I wanted to see you, so I'm putting my big girl pants on. You got this, Anisha. It's gonna be okay. Thank you, Snugglepuff. Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is your daily dose of the internet, and this panda won't leave its owner alone. Evelyn, ready to summon myself back to you with these cozy vibes. I'm happy. That's what I wanted. Everything is going to be perfectly fine. But yeah, I am happy you're here. Thank you for being here. I'm very stupid. I think for most people it would take like 10 minutes maximum to set up what I have set up. I got onto call with different friends and senpais just to help me, so really shout out to all of those people. I really appreciate it. My mom's listening to this alongside me and we're laughing. No, don't tell me your mom is listening. Now I can't make any sussy jokes, you know? I feel bad now if I make a sussy joke. Listen, if there are any mothers who are watching this stream, I want you to know you're doing great. I'm really sorry if I make sussy jokes, but it doesn't mean that I am unsay-so. You know, it just means that I do a little trolling sometimes. The background sets the creepy cozy vibes perfectly. You narrate stories very well, so I can't wait to be spooked. I'm really happy you guys say this. Thank God it's daytime. I'm tuning in because it has been a while, so I'm going to endure scary stories just for you, Hex. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. One thing, I really missed you guys, by the way. I think yesterday was one of the very few moments where I actually genuinely didn't, what do you call this? I didn't guerrilla stream, which is insane to me, right? Because usually I just guerrilla stream and it's crazy. But yeah, I took a break yesterday. I felt very guilty. I wasn't able to get a lot of rest because I was thinking, Alexis, because I was thinking about you guys. But really, it was great because I got to set this up and I was able to kind of just reset a little bit. So thank you, everybody. Happy birthday, Uyan. Thank you, Katie. Alexis. Listen, I need you to promptly you know what is scarier, everybody? I'm gonna be completely dead honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The only thing is scarier than the scary stories I am about to relate to you are, and get this, okay, this is gonna be terrifying, is a call from your bank saying that your credit card or your debit card was declined. It is the scariest thing that could ever happen to an individual out there. You know what I mean? So please, if you want to avoid the spooky, scary bank calls, do not send me any more supers for the remainder of the stream because I feel very spoiled as is. Thank you, Fran. I appreciate it. Thank you, Doya. Hi, Doya. Welcome home. Han, don't tempt me. Yesenia, you won't do anything. Maybe that came out wrong. I don't mean to challenge you. I mean, like, please don't do anything. Angie, it's your bank. Hello. It says Angie, I'm calling. I want you to know that you are declining your credit card because you've been spending it too much. Did you mean to make a purchase too? I can't keep up that voice without fucking my throat up too badly. Guys, please. Guys, they're coming for you right now. Don't you see them? The fucking guys, the tax collectors are right behind you. Guys, I don't mean to alarm you right now. I know this is very alarming. Do not freak out. It is of utmost importance that you do not freak out right now. But there is a bank manager right behind you, and they want to discuss. Yesenia, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to challenge you. Please don't do anything. Sylvia, thank you for the 5. Mintai, thank you for the 10. Thank you. Yessie for the 5. Guys, thank you. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Alexis. You guys are fucking brats. I missed you. It's good to have you. Yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about beforehand. I want to say that Valentine's Day is coming up. Really excited. I've been very busy. There's been a lot of things going on left and right, and I was a little bit under the weather yesterday too, so it was just not the funnest of times. But I've been trying to work hard and trying to fix things up. I will probably be posting something on the membership channel either the day after tomorrow or 3 days from now. And yeah, it's gonna be something behind the scenes that you've basically no one has ever seen before, not even the senpais. So I think that this is going to be really exciting. I think I should just reveal it. I'm going to be posting my hand pictures for the first time. So yeah, I hope you guys are there to see it. If not, that's totally cool because I'm going to be posting it on Twitter like a few hours later. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, iCatch. Guys, don't fucking spoil me, please. I'm gonna cry. Thank you, Paige. There is no such thing as free soup, okay? But thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Still can't wait. I don't know. Maybe I'll jump scare you or something and post it. I don't know. Some other time or when you least expect it. Don't call Hex Haywire at 3 a.m. guys. Don't call Hex Haywire at 3 a.m. Moth, where is this even coming from, everybody? Thank you so much for the 20 gifted, Moth. That's so sweet of you. It's been a while since I've watched you live. I miss you. Hi, kitty. It's been a while since I've seen your name as well. Thank you. Thank you, Moth. Everybody who has received... God damn it. I feel like I'm like... You know, I feel like I'm that kid during Christmas who has like those gifts under the tree and is like, I asked for an iPhone 14 in black. Why did you get it for me in yellow? My day is ruined. I feel so spoiled right now. Stop making me feel like a goddamn Discord kitten. Thank you, Ginny. Thank you, friends, and thank you, Ming. Thank you, Mintai. Thank you, guys. If you don't return this and get me the right color, I'm gonna burn this home to the ground. You are a kitten? No. But, yeah, there was another thing I wanted to bring up that I totally forgot about. And I feel very stupid about it. I will maybe, fingers crossed, remember it. What do you call this? Sometime in the middle of the stream or some shit. My brain works like that, right? But yeah. So today we're gonna be we're gonna be telling ghost stories today. And look behind you, Hex Boo. Oh no. What's behind me? I can't help wanting to spoil you. Have you listened to... Yes. Have you listened to some of the music recs? Yes, I have. So a lot of you guys have sent me music recs. I've listened to some of them, and I've listened... Not all of them, but I've listened to a good chunk of them. I've added some of your stuff to Spotify as well. So yeah, thank you everybody for the music recommendations. There were some really, really decent ones. And yeah, I vibed with so many. Thank you, Jade. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, guys. Yeah. What was I listening to yesterday? Somebody, I forgot who, but somebody recommended Bad Omen to me. I really thought they were cool. I was listening to Linkin Park's new song, Lost. Stuff like that. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you, Binyo. Thank you for the 1 month. Didn't you hear the knock at the door? Trust me, chat, you don't want to play this game. You don't want to play this game with me. I've listened to so many horror narrations and stories. At this point, there is only few things in the world that can scare me. Not the knock. Okay. So one other thing I want to say before we start is, this will kind of be like a Zatsu kind of vibe thing, because I'm gonna be real, I only have, what is it, like, one? The horror story, or this personal paranormal story I'm going to tell you, is has different points of view, right? So it's a multi, I don't know how I said it, multi POV basically, and it's a doozy for sure. It happened when I was in my, like, I say that like as if I'm so old. Maybe I shouldn't say, but it happened a few years ago basically, and it's a crazy story. I haven't really recounted this to much people. And so you guys are going to get another sneak peek into what has happened. And basically, this is the first time that, you know, I'm telling this to a bunch of people. So I hope you guys can kind of take it to the grave with you, or use it. If you somehow want to use this story and pretend like it's your own, you know, go for it. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like immensely scary. I'm just going to be basically talking about a story that has happened to me. My intention isn't to make it scary. My intention isn't to make it not scary. My intention is simply to tell a decent story and to relay it to you. This story will probably take maybe, I don't know, fucking like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I could maybe extend it and tell you a little bit more details. So there's not going to be too much content. But I figure, you know, as per my tweets, if you guys are still watching past the story and you want to do something else, we could definitely start reading creepypastas as well. Something like that. We could read creepypastas and maybe just listen to or read those and kind of relive old memories, right? Now we're gonna end up reading, we're gonna figure out what creepypasta to read. We can do a poll, the Slenderman, Russian sleep experiment, Ben drowned, other stuff like that. You know, but you know, I kind of want to avoid anything that will potentially have any trigger warnings. So, or anything potentially triggering. But yeah, I think generally creepypastas are kind of chill. So I think we should be just fine. And thank you again everybody for spoiling me. Thank you, Francile. Bye, Francile. Take care. And thank you, Bill Nye. What is up with the freaking flirting? Yeah, we can go eyeless Jack. I know a lot of people who like ended up having crushes on creepypasta like antagonists as well. You know what I mean? You guys got me fucked up. Me hangry. Get some food, kids. I had a crush on Jeff the Killer. You guys are fucking monster fuckers, you know? You guys are monster fuckers. Shit's insane. Okay, not you guys exposing yourselves in the chat. Faceless Ayata. Okay, guys. Thank you, Notorious. Yes, Yesenia, did you want to say something? You do look like Hex Sensei. Who's Hex Sensei? Faust, thank you so much. I'm like, but I got paid today. No, that is not any indication. That is not a requirement, or it is not an excuse to spoil me that massively. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. You know that when you do spoil me, a lot of the funds end up going to improving the stream or improving the gear. So thank you so much. Yeah, I love you guys. I want to quickly know before I start telling the story, are the cricket sounds in the background, or is the ambience, is it too noisy? Oh wait, I realized something. This is not. I'm stinky. That's what. There you go. Now we mean business. Now we mean real business. Oh no. Oh no, everybody. Oh no. This is where we get a little. You're trapped with me now, baby. Okay. So welcome everybody to Hex Haywire's Ghost Story stream. I want to make this something that occurs more often. So I will definitely be asking staff if it's okay to basically have a Google form where you guys can tell me or send me voice audio recordings of your personal paranormal experiences. And yeah, I think it's going to be great if we could do this way more often. I would love to do this maybe once or twice a month, and I think it would be something we can do. I might even do this in video form for all of you guys to consume. But today I wanted to talk about my personal paranormal experiences. And really, I'm a big skeptic, right? I've always been a big skeptic. I'm an intellectual, perhaps, if you would like to think it that way, believe it or not. But I have had one very, very intense paranormal experience, and this is something I want to share with you guys. So if you guys are if you're alone in the house or you have company in the house, whatever it may be, I hope you're all snug, I hope you're all warm, I hope you have something nice and hot or cold to drink. I hope you know that you are loved and appreciated, and we are going to get into this with me maybe trying to scare you here and there. I don't know. Ripping my blanket. I wouldn't sacrifice you in a ritual, chat. I wouldn't do that. But if you keep fucking with me with the memberships and the supers, I might consider it. We came prepared? Okay, very good. I'm happy. Let me just take a sippy of my water and then we can start. So this is, I don't have a script for this, everybody. I don't have like a select way of telling you this, or like I don't have anything, special plan for how I plan to tell the story. I'm just going to be recounting everything, and I might even come across some new details as I uncover all of these, these past experiences in my head. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna drink some water now. Number 15. Okay. So, hello everybody. I feel like I'm doing a class presentation almost, or like I'm a speaker who's speaking as a representative for the class. But my main horror story, and I've had a few, so I've had a lot of horror, I've had a lot of really eerie stuff happen, and there have been accounts basically of people not being able to see things that I can. So there are specific things that I can see that people just can't. And one minor horror story / paranormal experience that I've had was in this old decrepit house, and I was with my cousin, and we were both kind of watching, and he was just chilling next to me, like using his phone, and we were kind of both watching cartoons. Of course, you have lap rights, Alexia, thank you. He was using his phone, and I was using my phone as well, and we were watching cartoons. You kind of know that feeling when you open up TV and you watch cable, or you try and find something particularly interesting or nice to watch that you can both enjoy, but nothing happens, nothing comes up, so you kind of just settle on like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, you know, you pick between those three maybe. And yeah, so basically we did the rounds. We were looking, is anything good on, is there anything exciting, blah blah blah. And growing up, my family didn't have a lot, so we didn't have cable, we couldn't afford any cable. So whenever I did get cable, or whenever I did get to see some cartoons, I would be, you know, I would be watching, I'd be, you know, totally engrossed in what I was watching. So when I was watching this with my cousin, and we were in this old rundown house, really, that belonged to my grandmother, who kind of lived in the countryside, and we were just there for a few days to visit. I was watching the cable, and I was going back and forth between, you know, my old phone and the television, and he was watching too. And eventually, like, things started feeling a little off, you know? Like, it always starts like this, at least for me, and I think a lot of people who have perhaps experienced something paranormal in their lives, or you know, even when people recount horror stories, I think that this is a common thing where something about the vibe of the room or the place just really goes to shit. Something really awful feels heavy, and usually when you enter a room you can tell. And going into my grandmother's house already, I knew that there was just something off. You know, the air felt heavy, the wind just felt, everything just felt colder, you know? It's almost like, in a weird sense, you know, you get goosebumps without knowing why. It's like your body knows that there is something there before your mind does. Your body registers that there is something before you even do. And by the way, everybody, this is not the main ghost story. This is just a side tangent. So, you know, I was watching television with my cousin, and he, you know, the television was was flushed back against like a dirty white wall. But because this was a rundown house, you know, over 80-90 years old, maybe older actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it was over 100 years old, the paint was peeling. It was, you know, the last time it was touched on, the last time the house had a new coat of fresh paint plastered upon it was many years ago. So the paint was peeling, and it was flush against a dirty white wall. And the TV was old as well, but they had cable, and you know, it was something that we didn't have at home, so I wanted to kind of enjoy that and experience that. So I was watching the cable television, and everything just went to shit. The vibe was awful. I felt chills, and I don't get cold too easily, but I was starting to get I was starting to feel really icky, and I kind of like was wondering why everything felt just a little darker, you know, like at the corners of the house felt a little bit darker. Nothing exaggerated, might have been my imagination, honestly, but I just felt like there was like a darkness kind of encroaching upon the house. And it wasn't a huge house, but you could see kind of the corners of the house from the couch that we were sitting on, and everything just felt wrong. So I was watching television, you know, nothing much changed. It just got a little cooler. Eventually my cousin as well was like, okay, it's really cold. So my cousin decided to go get like a blanket, like a thin blanket for us to share, and I was like, okay, you know, go for it. So he did, and he left for a moment, so I was kind of left alone watching the television. And like I was watching the television, and I remember distinctly just being really like on edge, you know, like I don't know how to like expecting something. There's this term where they say anticipation is worse than death. So when you're anticipating something, it fucking hurts, you know. It's like it's anxiety inducing, almost like when you're waiting for like a test to come out and you're waiting for your like exam scores, you know. It sometimes happens where when you receive your exam scores, and even if you fail, there is still some sort of relief, you know. It goes from being anxious to like, oh fuck, I failed, like disappointment. But the anxiety leading up to the actual receiving of the score is crazy. So I was just fucking there, terrified out of my mind. Well, not terrified out of my mind, but definitely on edge. And then I was watching the television when something at the corner, in the corner of my eye, just moved, like something, an unidentified object moved in the corner of my eye. And it really creeped me out. And I thought what really freaked me out was there was like it interacted with the physical world, because what I saw was something darted from the right side of my eye, my peripheral vision, right, and into curtains, like into the curtains that, like, my grandmother's old curtains. These things must have been like 40 years old, you know, and she just would not be rid of them. But it darted from like one corner of the room to the curtains just barely before I could get a decent look at it. And I just didn't, I couldn't understand. But what made me really think that it was something was there was the curtain started ruffling. So, you know, when something interacts with curtains or goes behind curtains, there's a ruffle, you know, you see it. So it ruffled for a moment in time, like a person had just went into the curtains. And I was just really fucking terrified. And I didn't know what happened, but I just kept quiet. And then my cousin came back like momentarily after that, like literally 20 seconds after. And I just didn't know what to do. I was just sat on the couch, confused and very, very shaken, but not terrified. I was just very So he comes back into the room, and we basically I still can't believe that this happened, my god. Like, it's kind of crazy to me when I'm recounting this. But my cousin comes back, and I tell him, you know, what's happened. I'm not a crazy person wherein if something scary happens, you know, I'm just gonna be, oh, it's nothing, it must have been the wind, and I don't tell anybody. It's important that I inform him, because if something was there, or it was, you know, a hazard, then I needed to tell him, and I didn't want to just remain in the dark about this. So I basically was like, hey, there must have been something. It could have been the wind, it could have been something, but I saw something dart from the right side of my peripheral vision into, you know, grandma's curtains. And the really weird thing is, people usually are like, it's just the fucking wind, bro, it's just, you know, or like, hey, bro, you're fucking, you're tweaking, there's something wrong with you, or like, hey, you know, we're chilling, man, or something, or like be inquisitive. But he didn't even like waste a second not believing me. He believed me, you know. And I think the reason why is because he visited more often, and he has felt things, and he has experienced things as well, here and there. And he said that he's never seen something quite like that. He's mostly seen misplaced cups, or like misplaced utensils when nobody in the house was really with him, or things like that. But he knew something that I didn't, and he was asking me more about it, like if there was something else I saw, or if, and I was like, no, this is the first time, it's my first day here, I've been here, like, I arrived in the afternoon, and I'm here with you in the evening, you know. And there must have been something, I don't know. And he said, like, we should check behind the curtain. So we both checked behind the curtain. We both slowly trudged towards the curtain. And like we were terrified, of course, you know. We got flashlights, of course, first, and I told him I think it would be safe if we got something long, and we decided to just open the curtains with a stick instead of like you know, like using our hands to open the curtains. So one of us would hold the flashlight and the other one would use the stick to kind of open it up and whack it. And I didn't want to do it with my hands. I really didn't want to do it with my hands. So I got the stick. I was on stick duty and he was on flashlight duty. Keep in mind, me and my cousin are about the same age. We're like 6 months apart. So I take the stick and I slowly open up the curtain, right? I push it from the right to the left. I slide it and like I see nothing. And he's on flashlight duty. I'm sorry for stuttering right now. This is kind of just like insane to me that I saw this, but I opened up the curtain and there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. And he's pointing his flashlight at it. And like we take a big sigh of relief. And I'm like, okay, there must have been nothing. And I go towards like the kitchen area to return the stick. And I see on the way to the kitchen area in the backyard that this same black figure is standing in the middle of the fucking garden just before I return the stick. And I'm fucking flabbergasted. I'm so confused out of my own fucking mind. Like it made me feel like he didn't want to say hi to anybody else but me, you know? Like he didn't want to show himself to anybody but me. He was just standing there, lurching, like arched back. And he must have been like at least like, you know, a little taller than me, maybe like 6'4", 6'5", a fucking massive figure. But he was so slender. And I swear to fuck, man, I don't even, you know those moments where you kind of just blink and then look again? I didn't even do that. I whipped my head 180. I started like breathing heavy, and I turned and went to my cousin and told him what the fuck had happened. And he told me basically that it was the house was very, very old, and a lot of unfortunate things have happened in that house, some of which require a trigger warning, so I won't be able to like really talk about it in depth, but a lot of unfortunate things have happened in that house and have occurred. And it was, he told me that grandma, because one thing also that was interesting about this house, everybody, was that my grandmother developed like dementia early on into her, or later on into her life, right? So she would start talking to things, talking to people that weren't there, and usually she would start, apart from dementia, she had like schizo as well. So apart from that, she would start talking to things, and you know, she would be coherent most of the time, talking to people normally, but she would also start talking to, and even when she was kind of talking to figures that weren't there, basically, it's okay, everybody. It's okay. She was very old and she lived a very good life. It's just, yeah. But she would usually she would talk to people who had passed already, you know, or things like that. But once in a while, I would catch her talking to and naming people who never existed in her life, at least to my knowledge, you know? Like, let's say her husband was named Michael and her sons were named like George and Jeremy or something. She would talk to these people in her mind and say and mutter these things, but eventually she would just come up with names that didn't exist and start talking to corners of the house and address people who never were in her immediate life. So she one particular person, like, she would always like talk, I forgot the name, but she would address people that weren't there, and I swear, Chad, I stayed in that house a little bit here and there. And listen, I know that I wasn't able to watch cable much growing up, but it was not fucking worth it. It was not fucking worth it to be able to watch Cartoon Network at the cost of seeing cups move and be misplaced, or seeing things happen, or seeing like little figures or darting objects in my peripheral vision. It was really not worth it. There was one time as well in that specific house where I woke up in the middle of the night and my eyes were really scratchy because like of all the dust. So I kind of went, and it was like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. maybe. I went into the restroom and started splashing my face with water. And maybe it was me going crazy, but like something in the mirror, where I was looking in the mirror and, you know, the mirror reflected my reflection perfectly. But when I splashed my face with water and everything and I looked back in the mirror, like my reflection would be off, you know? There would be things about my reflection. Like my one eye would be closed in the reflection, wherein both my eyes were open. You know what I mean? Like one eye would be closed in the reflection where both my eyes were open. And I was so fucking confused, and I was like, are both like, or like a smirk across my face or something like that. And it was not like a huge smile, not like a Joker smile or anything, but like a smirk, or like one eye was closed. And eventually, like, I would just be flabbergasted that I just blink really long and then the reflection would be fine. But then it just shit like that, you know? And I don't fucking know. But that was the little side horror story, everybody. Those are some. I've had a little few things here and there that occur. Just a lot of different, like, very small, minor stuff, like doors creaking, or most. I think one thing also that was very subtle but very annoying was, you could hear the rocking chair in the like little rundown attic rocking, but there was no windows in the attic upstairs. There was none. So like, I don't think there is a draft strong enough to like pierce through the creaks to really rock the rocking chair, you know? So you would hear that in the attic every once in a while, where it would just be like rocking, and you'd be confused because grandma was immobilized, basically. She couldn't get up and go up to the attic herself like that. It has been a lovely time here in So Cozy. Kaylee, thank you so much. Much love to you as well. You know? So I don't really know what it was or what had occurred there. All I knew was the house is very old and it came from a very tumultuous family. It was sold for a very low price even at its time, and it came from a very tumultuous family that wanted the house sold at any price very quickly. So yes, low price, red flag. Yeah, but then again, everybody, like, we all know that a low price is a red flag now. We've seen, it's a trope in horror movies and everything. But, you know, like back then, you know, when it was bought, maybe in the 1930s, maybe mid 1930s, people didn't know this. A low price just meant like a low price, you know? If somebody gave you a low price to a house, it just meant like, okay, they want to vacate the area, or they just want it out of their hands, you know? It didn't really mean a lot. Like now, in the current day and age that we live in, we're all like, okay, you know, that's a red flag. But the word red flags didn't even exist back in the 1930s, you know? It was just like, okay, we'll take what we can get. And yeah, it's the most normal house in Ohio, basically. Yeah, but that's one of them. I'm going to be moving on to the main horror story now, but thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for all the gifteds. Thank you for all the supers. I hope you guys enjoyed this so far. I'm really enjoying this. I think the next story should be a little bit more scary. There are a lot more nuances about it, a lot more interesting details. And really, I'm a big skeptic, so I don't really believe things this easily. Even until now, I am still a skeptic, you know? Which is really crazy because from the things that I've experienced, you'd think that would be enough to convince me, but I'm just stupid that way, I guess. Good luck at work, Casey. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sip some water here. You're a really good narrator, X. I'm not even narrating anything. This is so stupid. Pancake, thank you for the 1 month. I appreciate it. When you see what you mean, I know. I'm stupid. It's like I see them and I still am a skeptic, right? It's crazy. That's good. Let's go again. I like that. I'm gonna drink again. Okay. Stupidly cute. Okay. So the next story comes from Hex Haywire, who lives in a constant state of depression and... Okay. If anybody asks anyone where I'm from or where I live, if anybody asks, where does Hex Haywire live? Just tell them he lives in a constant state of depression, or he lives in the state of denial, okay? Just say that. Hex Haywire lives in the state of denial. That's the state I live in. Okay. Alright, so this next story is the main thing, and this is why I won't be able to... After this, I basically have said most. I think there's maybe one more small one. Most horror stories, but this one is a big one. It's a really fun one because it involves multiple... It involves both my parents. It involves two of my cousins as well. So one girl and one boy. So basically my auntie's son and daughter. And yeah, this was basically out in the countryside as well. This was in a more like kind of hilly mountainous region, and you know, like again, as you get closer to the sky, it kind of becomes colder, you know. So this is a big one, and I think that this, I say that I'm a skeptic, and it's true, but I still think that I believe ghosts a little bit more than I don't. So this one is about, you know, like a family affair. Thank you everybody for being here. I think you need to go to church more. I am constantly attending Bible discussion study meetings. I don't know what you're talking about. I constantly enjoy and partake in BDSM. I love BDSM so much. So stop telling me to go to church, guys. Yeah. You know, I love BDSM. Let me just say really quickly, I love BDSM so much that I would definitely perform BDSM meetings in a haunted house. I don't care, basically. If I'm doing the dirty with somebody in a haunted house, I could see a fucking ghost, like 3 ghosts for all I care, and I would still continue doing the dirty. Anyway, let me keep going. I was going to talk about, the, oh no. Anyway, I fucking snorted. I fucking snorted too. Okay. Scar, listen. I can explain. Scar, I can explain really quickly. Scar, wait, hold up. I need to pee, but I'm scared. Don't be scared. Just don't look in your mirror. But they still don't really believe in them. Hex sees the ghosties, and it's like, it sounds fake. It's ghosts are as fake as the fake ass supers that you guys send me, the free supers that you send me. Shit is fake as fuck. There is no such thing as ghosts or free supers. Just peeing myself. No, listen, if you're scared, take me with you to the bathroom. No, that kind of sounds weird. How do I word this? Well, we can piss together, everybody, if you're scared. I think that, is that worded better? I don't know, maybe not. But point is, don't be scared. I don't want you to have kidney stones. Basically, god damn it, I'm being sidetracked over here. I literally snort when I laugh, and I thought it was cute when you did just now, so thank you for giving me. If you snort when you laugh, I think that's really adorable. I think laughs in general are really adorable because they belong to you. That's why it's nice, because they belong to you, chat. You own them. It's yours. So I had this 4 chambers or more Oshis. No more Oshis. Your only Oshi is Hex Haywire. I am tired of pretending like it's okay for you guys to have Oshis. You can only have Oshi singular, not plural. Do you understand me? You're mine now. Okay. I'm kidding, by the way. I don't even know why you watch me. You guys are allowed to have Oshis, they're just not allowed to be me. Anyway, fuck man, where was I going with this? So this story is about an occurrence that happened to me back when I was... So you guys remember the story with my grandma, you know, the first story I told you. I was a little bit older than that. And I basically was very, how do I say this? I was already into music. I was very much like, I felt like I could survive anywhere as long as I had like my phone and my Bluetooth headphones, because like I was just the biggest music nerd, you know? I fucking loved music and I listened to music. So yeah, this was like a family get-together excursion place with the cousins, and I decided to, you know, it was like a very impromptu thing, and this place that my parents were decided upon going to was a place outside of the country, outside of the city, a few hours away. And it was a childhood place. It was a place that I felt very safe in. It was a... Okay, sorry about the chains, everybody. I'm fondling, I don't know, fiddling with my chains while I'm talking to you guys. But yes, it was an impromptu thing. It was not something that was planned or anything. And my cousins just kind of came by to our house, and my parents were like, you know, we have a little bit extra funds, and you know, we can kind of pay for the gas, and we can just kind of head to the countryside and see, you know, kind of visit a childhood place and bring your cousins with. So stop it, John. So it was me and my cousins and my parents, and we decided it would be great to visit a childhood place. And this childhood place was notorious because even if where I was living at the time was pretty cold already, this place in particular, since it was so mountainous and so tall, like you know, altitude made it very cold. And there were just like little places that you could kind of stay within this area. And you know, I thought like it would be a great time and everything, but this specific place was known already for being notorious, for being notoriously haunted. It was a site of like great paranormal occurrence, and it was a place where a lot of people have gone to kind of ghost hunt, you know. And a lot of my cousins were particularly nervous about it, but my two cousins were, and I just didn't really mind it. For me, I don't really think about like things like this when entering a location. It's kind of like when I play Faz as well. I just don't give a fuck, in a way. I'm like, whatever happens, happens. You know, fuck it, we ball. And I kind of had a fuck it, we ball attitude about this specific area too, right? So yeah, my parents decided it would be a great place to go. We didn't really care about, my parents didn't really know about all the rumors or all the stories. But the reason why this specific area was known to be haunted was because it served as a large battleground back in the day for wars, and because of this there were lots of prisoners of war. You know, specific villages in the area would be ransacked, and not a lot of good things happened. There was just a lot of really awful things that occurred within this specific town or village. And and yeah, like, that's how you know it's a pretty, like, sussy area. And apart from this as well, there were a lot of different specific pet cemeteries and normal cemeteries. So there would be lots of cemeteries in general, both pet and human cemeteries, and it kind of was really off. Like, the entire place, I don't know if you guys know this specific movie, but there's a movie with Nicole Kidman called The Others, and if you guys type this on Google right now, that's kind of what it looked like, the area. Very foggy, very cold. Fog would absolutely engulf the whole town. It was a very sleepy town, and shit looked like something out of a nightmare, really. It looked like something out of Silent Hill, really. And there were a lot of pet cemeteries. So my cousin, we decided to take the drive. It was a long drive. We arrived at the place. It was very sunny. You know, it's not always foggy and always rainy, but it was fog. It was like, it was sunny, and it was kind of like in the middle of winter as well. So there was no snow or anything, but it was very cold. So we decided to check into a specific, like, large, almost mansion-like cabin. It was like a cabin, but very, like, nice looking. And because it was in the countryside and everything, and, you know, they didn't have to pay for, like the utility costs were not as high in the city and everything. It was, like, a little bit more affordable. So we were able to kind of check in, and we were kind of able to you know, like, stay and have enough for food and everything, and it was great. Like, we didn't have to worry about specific things. My parents had, like, a project that was going on, and, you know, I was kind of carefree, and I was really happy to be there regardless of all of the rumors and all of the stories that my cousins would not shut up about constantly. And we arrived at this destination, and it was really nice and everything, and the cabin itself was really cool too, although it was notorious for being not a very you know, like, it was notorious for just, you know, having experiences here too. So we entered the cabin, and I really don't think cabin is the right word. I'd say, like, lodge. So just imagine, like, a big, like a mansion almost. I think a mansion is a better way to put it, but like a cabin mansion with multiple rooms. There were like 25 rooms, so as big as a cabin as you can imagine, with multiple rooms. But it was kind of like a mansion. And yeah, the rooms were not very expensive. It was like, they had another sale, and I think in particular because winter was not a time that most people would visit, the utility costs were a little bit lower because it was not the city, and it was just a little bit more affordable. So we decided to stay in the cabin, and, you know, my parents and my cousins were pretty happy, and when they were happy, I was happy. But, you know, the thing about this cabin, everybody, was that I had been to this cabin multiple times across my childhood. Multiple times. I had gone to this cabin growing up at least like 15, 16 times, genuinely. Sometimes during the summer, sometimes during the winter. And one of the big reasons as well, I was not worried about anything that my cousins were saying, despite them saying, hey, listen to this podcast about horror stories regarding this area, or read this little article about what happened here in 1943, blah blah blah. No, I didn't really care, because I had been to this location multiple times. I had stayed in this cabin multiple times, and the cabin, despite it being old, I never really experienced anything too off. So I went, I stayed, and it was my 15th time. But see, the cabin, or the mansion, having only 20 rooms or 25 rooms, I had stayed in like a good 60 or 70% of all the rooms. So I was like, you know, I've been to 60 or 70% of these. There was nothing in particular, it was not, you know, particularly off. Sure, there would be moments where I was like a little, okay, you know, like the atmosphere is scary, or like it's extra cold, but there was nothing that was just downright scary or downright terrifying. So yeah, I was not worried at all. And checking in with cousins as well, you know, I felt like I was going to be extra safe. So I went into this cabin, and they had given us a room that was not a room, which was kind of, looking back at it, I realized now, you know, it was a room in the mansion that I had never stayed in before, that we had never stayed in before. And the hallways to this area, yes, exactly, the hallways were very akin to like the hallways in The Shining. You know those two twins that are like, let's play, Daddy, let's play. Those they're exactly like that, very kind of like spacious hallways, you know. And the carpets were very tacky. They were clean carpets, but they were very tacky carpets. And you would kind of smell the smell of pine, kind of like, you know, in the air everywhere you went. So that's kind of how it was. But they gave us a room that was particularly like, was a room that we've never stayed in before. And I was like, you know, that's interesting. We've never stayed in this room before. And, you know, they gave it to us at a discount, which was really nice, because at the time, you know, we weren't very wealthy. I didn't grow up in a very wealthy family. I didn't have a lot to my name. And it was really nice to hear that. And I even at that age, I was very aware of, like, you know, making sure that I wanted to, my dream was to provide for my parents. It still is my dream. So I was aware that, you know, I didn't want to be a burden upon my parents as much as possible. So whenever we got discounts to anything, I was just like, holy shit, this is fucking based, you know, like they get to save a little bit more. So yeah, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought like, this is a great opportunity for my parents to be able to save a little bit more. And, you know, and I will take it. We'll take any opportunity for that. So basically we got a room that I had never stayed in, and it was discounted. And we were asking the girl at the what do you call it? It's like I don't know, the girl basically handling the rooms. We were saying, why are all the other rooms, the peculiar thing about this was none of the rooms were on discount. None of the rooms were on discount. And again, I mentioned before to you guys how during the winter, there were just not a lot of customers. You know, there were not a lot of guests. There were a few guests because this specific lodge was a nice one. But none of the rooms, even adjacent to this specific room, the receptionist, precisely, yes, thank you, that was the word I was looking for. This specific room, even the rooms adjacent to it, like let's say this room was 104, you know, rooms 103, 105, 106, they just didn't have they weren't discounted. And this room wasn't particularly big, and I was, you know, at first I was like, oh, it's because like the view is pretty bad, you know, you don't get like a good view perhaps, but the view was great. It was one of the best views from the room. Like, I think one of the reasons why we never got this room was because the view was so nice and people would book it. But then, you know, all the adjacent rooms were like less expensive or more expensive. I didn't know why this one particularly was expensive, but we took it. We took that opportunity, and and it was really, it was not the best thing. I will just say right now, it was not the best thing, because Out of all the things that I've experienced in my life, this will always take the cake as the most terrifying thing that I've seen, at least in regards to the paranormal, right? So we stayed in this room, and the view was great. It was a nice room. It had cable TV. My cousins were very happy. They offered, room service if we ever needed room service, and they would serve like breakfast too, and it was always nice to order like fluffy pancakes or good waffles, because they always had high quality stuff, and they had a bakery, so everything was great. I was really happy. Things were going okay. We were all generally in good spirits, but like, again, the room was just off. Something about the room was just off, and it felt like that from the moment I set foot in it. And even my own mother, who doesn't particularly see anything or doesn't have much paranormal experiences, she has had a few, but not a lot, not as much as me. She felt like something was off. And my dad, who is a major skeptic, felt like the energy was off too. But we kind of just mentioned it in passing, and the thing is, we didn't mention it as a group, so there was no like bias or anything, right? Where it was like, oh, do you feel the energy off right now? The vibes are off, basically, No, like, it wasn't like that. It was kind of like, I was like going up to my mother, who was in the kitchen, and I was like, Mom, do you just feel like there's just something off about this specific room? Do you feel like there is just something wrong with it? Like, nothing's out of place. The view is great. The trees look luscious. Everything looked great, but there's just, like, do you feel that? And my mom was like, I do. Like, the air is thicker, and it just feels, colder. Like, that was also one thing. It was colder than usual. And I remember joking with my mother too. I was like, let's check. And then, like, we went inside and outside of the house. Like, we took a few steps into the hallway leading, not the house, but the room. We took a few steps leading, like, outside of the room, and instantaneously, the air was a little lighter, and it was not as cold. So there was just something off about the room, you guys. I'm serious. Like, I can't explain the vibe to you, but it felt like the walls had something in them, like, encased in them, like something demonic. I don't know. I would be so scared of Tuka. And my cousins definitely felt this too. They didn't feel this as much as my, like, me or my father or my parents did, but they felt it too. And yeah, they just chose to ignore it. And I remember this specific night, we were kind of watching cable and everything, and it just felt so wrong. It felt so wrong. We ended up going throughout the night, and we ended up like leaving the house alone, because we checked into the room, and then we ended up going outside, and I still couldn't just shake the feeling. We spent the afternoon outside, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was not gonna have a good night. Like, when you go back home, you ever have those feelings when you go back home to a household perhaps that is not, in good spirits, and then you enter the house and the energy is just down? I was dreading that. Going back home to that room was something I was dreading. And we were eating outside and we were having a good time, but every once in a while I just felt like, oh no, I'm gonna have to come back to this room. So man, I'm trying to recount all of the details in my head and figure out how it goes. Let me just sip water dramatically. Okay, so that afternoon we We had fish and chips. I hate fish and chips. It was great. My cousins ate that too. My parents did too. And we kind of went like go-kart riding, because there was like a go-kart area. And it was like the only thing to do. And then there was like a mini golf area too that we decided to kind of check out. So we went to the mini golf area and we did that, and it was all fun. But after every activity I was like, I don't want to go back to the room, which is crazy, because when I think about it, like, I still have really fond memories of this cabin mansion, you know. I still have really good fond memories, and it's just that specific room. So we go back home. We're all pretty tired. It's like 8 p.m. in the evening, and we all kind of settle down. And my mom is like, okay, you guys, now it's time to figure out sleeping arrangements. And instantaneously, you know, I raise my hand as the person who sleeps on the couch, because the way the room was laid out was there were 2 rooms and there was 1 living room, and there was like a kitchen area and a restroom area. So basically my parents would get the master's bedroom, and my 2 cousins would sleep in the other room, and there was like singular beds. So which meant the living room, which was surrounded by windows, like floor to ceiling windows. You know, the windows right behind me right now, chat, like in this specific background or classroom that I'm in, you see those windows. They were exactly like that, floor to ceiling windows. So the living room was kind of surrounded on all sides by these floor to ceiling windows. And there was a TV that was really old, a really kind of tacky looking couch that was not very comfortable, but you know, I really wanted my cousins to have a good time, and obviously my parents would take the master's bedroom, so I was like, please, you know, let my cousins stay in the single beds. I will stay in the couch. And yeah, it was like 8 p.m. We were chilling. I was still like watching cable at that time. I was watching Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. I don't know, I forgot what was on. I think Chalk Zone was on. I think like SpongeBob was on too. I think there were like reruns of specific TV shows too. Lots of those things. And I was watching with my cousins, so we were kind of there. We were watching. I was using my phone. I don't think cable's real. It all starts with the fucking cable, man. So I was watching Chalk Zone. I was watching, I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was on too. And I was watching, what else was I watching? I was watching Kids Next Door at the time as well. So I was watching Kids Next Door and Chalk Zone, all of those cartoons. I think Chowder was there too. So yeah, we were watching and we were having a great time, and we would just keep going, and I was asking them a little bit more about, like, you know, if they felt like the vibe was off, you know, and they were like saying, yeah, like there was just it's really cold in the room. And I was like, yeah, it's like really cold. Like, why is it colder outside? Why is it colder inside than it is outside? There's no air conditioning units here. There's no need for it. Why the fuck is it somehow colder inside than it is outside? And we had just come out. We had just come from outside. And I was telling them, like, which room do you think is like the coldest? Is it like your room? Or is it like the master's bedroom? I felt like maybe the master's bedroom would be the coldest. And they were like, by far, both of them said, like, by far it's the living room. The room which I was going to stay in and sleep in alone. And I was like, you guys are fucking with me, right? Like, and then they were like, no, we should you not. Like, go into our room. And I did go into their room. And it was still cold, but it was substantially warmer than the living room. And I was like, oh shit, well, you know, it is what it is. I'll just, you know, sleep in the living room and it's okay. Like, I'll just stay on the couch. So yeah, we were watching cable, and we were texting at the time too. I didn't have a lot of friends, so really what I was doing most of the time was like going through, you know, scrolling through like comic books, or scrolling through like you know, whatever games, watching game stuff. But yeah, they were also on their phones, but we would be watching for the most part, and we would be watching these cartoons and kind of just enjoying each other's company. And then eventually, my mother came into the room and was like, "Hey guys, like I don't want to be like the person to spoil the party, but like you guys have to sleep sometime soon, you know." You guys have to sleep sometime soon. So we're like, okay, you know, we're going to sleep soon. It was like 10 a.m, not 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. We would probably end up sleeping, you know, like we were thinking of sleeping at around like maybe 1 or 2. But yeah, my cousins decided to be complete jackasses as well, because I was asking them like, but I don't think they were jackasses really, because I asked them more about like, hey, you mentioned on the drive here in the car, you told me that you've heard rumors about this place, stories, right? Is there anything specific about this area that we're staying in? And one of them told me like, yes, there's a lot of stories here, and one thing also is interesting that, you know, we explored, like, because they had free time too, and they went exploring on their own. And I was like, okay, well, what did you see when you were out exploring? Did you see anything in particular? Did you guys like try and find the trail, or like follow anything? You know, like the article said, like, what the fuck did you guys do? And we took a few steps outside into like the veranda area, basically, right, where we could see, and we were like on the 3rd story or the 4th story, and my cousins had those really, really bright flashlights, you know, like those laser pointers that are flashlights, like that are like high lumens, basically flashlights that can really like shine from even a kilometer away, something like that, some fancy term. And they took their flashlights with them, and they were like pointing out into the distance, and there was just trees in the forest and everything, and I was like, okay, there's a whole garden area, like the view is great, we kind of get to see the backside of them, of the mansion, the lodge. So what's up? What the fuck do you want to show me? And I thought they were fucking with me or something, and they were like, no, I'm flashing at something, don't you see? I'm like, you're flashing at the bottom of a tree trunk, like what are you flashing at? And he's like, no, look a little bit lower than that. And I looked a little bit lower, and I saw something made out of like marble, and it was like maybe 600, 700, 800 meters away, 600 to 800 meters away from the house. And I was like, what is it? Like, it's like shaped in like an upside down U. Like, what is that? He said. And they were like, it's a cemetery. And I was like, it's a what? And they were like, it's a cemetery. Like, the view, you know, and I've never seen this view because this was one of the more supposedly expensive rooms that became cheaper, but it showed the cemetery. And I was like, so confused. I was like, why is it just 800 meters, like 700 meters away from the house? And they and I was so confused. I was very, and they told me a bit of the story, and they said that the area was one of the more tactical areas, that some of the battles or the skirmishes would take place back in the like 1930s or 1920s. And I was like, oh. And they said, yeah, and there were soldiers and native women who were buried in that cemetery just 700, 800 meters. And I was like saying, and you guys visited this? And then they were like, yes. And there are crypts, and there's a pet cemetery just a few hundred meters away from this specific cemetery too. And I was saying, okay, but like that's far away from the lodge we're staying in, right? And then they were like, no, this area, and they pointed to like an area just like 200, 300 meters away from the lodge with their flashlight. He said, that area over there, that used to be a crematorium. That's where they would burn the bodies and turn them into ash. So I was like, so you're telling me there's a cemetery 800 meters away and 300 meters away, literally less than half a kilometer away from us, is a crematorium where they burn dead bodies and they store them in like in ash stuff, right? And they were just like, yes. And the thing is, my cousins, they're jokers, but they were so fucking serious. This is one of the most, I still bring this up to them whenever I get to talk to them. It's been a while since I've hit them up, but then the last time we spoke, actually, we talked about this, and I told them, like, remember this time, I've never seen you more serious. And they really were. They were dead serious about it. And they showed me articles on their phones to back it up too. And I said to them, like, why have I never seen this before? And they said, because, you know, maybe out of the 60% of the rooms that you stayed in, you got the rooms that were not, you got the more kind of cheaper rooms. And I was like saying, but this is a cheap room. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, I know that we were not very wealthy, but this room was particularly cheap. And they said, you don't understand, like, this room is it's one of the executive suites areas, you know, which is why it had more bedrooms. And I thought my parents just wanted a 2-bedroom area, but I didn't know it was like an executive suite or like the most expensive room. And I was like saying, but why is it cheaper than a regular room? And they just didn't have answers. My parents didn't have answers. We never really asked the reception, and we just took it. So, this shit's creeping me out, even, everybody. But like, yeah, so they said that. I told them that I was really scared. You know, for the first time I asked them, like, hey, can you like, you know, stay with me until like 1 a.m. maybe, until like I get really sleepy and I try and pass out. And they told me, okay, we can do that. Like, you need to understand, my cousins are pranksters, right? They loved fucking with me, but we kind of understood the situation that we were in, that we didn't want to fuck with each other because we wanted to keep each other safe, you know? Like, we would fuck with each other in other ways. We would jump scare each other. We would, like, you know, push each other into a pool, typical cousin stuff. We would wrestle, but we would not, like, not in our time of need. We didn't want to fuck with each other like that. I love you guys, thank you for being here. But I told them, like, hey, can you stay with me while this is happening, and can you like leave when I'm about to pass out maybe? And they were like, yeah. So they were really sleepy come 1 a.m. basically, and they did more exploring than I did, so I didn't really, I didn't fault them for it. And at 1 a.m. my fear, my guilt for keeping them up overtook my fear. So I was like, guys, please, I really don't want to see you sleepy. We have to wake up at like, in like 5 hours, 6 hours. You guys had a long day too. You guys went exploring. Go rest. Go to your beds and rest, because like you won't be able to fall asleep on this really lumpy couch sitting down, you know? So they decided to do that, or I told them to, and they went into their little beds. And I was left alone in the living room. And things were okay, everybody. For the first 30 minutes, things were kind of okay. And then it started to get really cold. Like, really cold. And to answer some of your questions, there were floor-to-ceiling windows, but all of them had curtains. And I closed all the curtains, and all of the doors and all of the windows were tightly shut. So there was no opportunity for wind to blow through. There was nothing. But just like in Grandma's house, the curtains started to slowly but surely move. Like it's like somebody was in the curtains, but they were moving their feet more than anything, you know? Like they were moving their legs. So it was like the bottom portion of the curtains. And I was thinking, you know, like when wind blows the curtains, it usually blows it in a uniform way. You know what I mean? Like the curtains will move in a uniform way where the entire curtain is moving. But the ways the curtains were moving here were not uniform. They were moving only in specific areas. And they were moving. Sorry, everybody. This is just a little like creepy even for me to recount, but especially since I had to live, I had to see this too, and I remember being really spooked. But they were moving as if somebody was like shaking their legs or their knees. And I was terrified. I was really scared, especially after hearing everything. But I wasn't going to make a loud sound or make any ruckus because I wanted everybody to rest. And it would just get really cold, and things would happen like this where just unexplainable things. So I decided that the best thing to do would be to turn on the television and just let the television run while I tried to sleep. So I kept the volume really low and I kept the television on. Now a lot of you might be asking, why didn't you do this in the first place? And the reason is because I can't really sleep with the lights on. I like shit pitch black when I go to sleep because my eyes can kind of get sensitive. So I like it when it's pitch black. And that is the main reason I do not like sleep with any lights, or I don't like sleep with anything open. But I decided, you know, I will keep this on. I'm pretty tired. I was really awake at that time. You know, the feeling of being super tired but not sleepy, just like awake because of everything that's going on. So I kept the TV on. I put Cartoon Network. I put it on the lowest volume possible, where I could like barely hear it, so it just does not wake any. And I played it, and like I was slowly like kind of drifting into sleep. I don't really think I was kind of just getting woozy, but that same occurrence started happening again, where I felt like the darkness was just enveloping everything from left to right. I felt it enveloping absolutely everything, and it was scary. It's like the feeling almost of having your vision go dark on you, you know? You don't like it. And when I tell you that this darkness was enveloping a lot of the things, it's not like a normal kind of darkness. I can't even explain. It's not like a darkness that's like, oh, it's dark or your eyes can adjust to. It feels like the kind of darkness that even after spending hours in this specific super dark almost, your eyes would never adjust. And it felt like it was, yeah, like a void almost encroaching upon me. So I was in the couch and I was just really fucking scared, and I didn't want to scream, I didn't want to wake anybody else up, I didn't want to fucking make any noise. But I was really fucking terrified at this point. And again, like, even at my grandmother's place, where I told this previous story, I saw a ghost in the garden with my own eyes, and yet still I was not as terrified as this, and I didn't even see anything yet. It was just the feeling that something bigger was here, something more powerful in that sense. And I was on the couch lying down, and like, as I was getting more afraid, basically, the TV was starting to static. Like, I don't know, I don't see this often, because like usually when the TV has no signal, it would go to that that no signal like screen it shows. You know, like when it goes, it has a long beat like boop, and it's like no signal basically. Usually it does that when there's no signal. Like it does that all the time when there's no signal. So I'm like, okay, fine, you know, if it did a boop, then fine, there's no signal. But then the TV started staticking. It's different when it's like static. It's not the fucking no signal screen, it's the static screen. Why is it doing this? Like, was there something? I thought the TV was broken. I thought something was off. And I would flip through the channels and nothing would happen, and it was just static. And I was fucked up, man. I was fucking creeped out. So I got up, I had the blanket, you know, kinda, I was draped in the blankets, and I decided to pull the cable off. I don't know why, but when I pulled the cable from the TV stayed lit for about 2 more seconds or 3 more seconds. I think it was just, there was reserve power that was still coursing through the cables or something. But I pulled off the cable and the TV was still on for a few seconds. I was confused. I didn't think much of it. And then I was like, okay, that happens, you know. Like, sometimes you turn off a switch on a light and it takes a while. I don't know. I was trying to think of a logical reason why I would do that, but then I was like, okay, it was staticking for 2 or 3 more seconds. Fuck it. I go into bed, or back into the couch. I'm really fucking scared. I'm cold. There is no like the TV, there's nothing to comfort me basically, because there's no sound. It's just me and my lonesome, and there's nothing else. And man, there's like a series of events that happen here too, and I'm like thinking about how to like word them all properly in chronological order, but it's also really terrifying to talk about. So yeah, I see one thing also is, do you know those lights in the bathroom that just don't turn off? You know, like those little, I don't know if you have this, but in this specific area, it's like a little light that doesn't turn off. It's just like a very small dim light, and I think the reason why it's like that is because like when you're groping around for the light switch in the dark, you know, you want to know where it is, and if you're in an unfamiliar place or location, then you know you need to know where it is. So it's just like a light switch, or like a dim light, but it still illuminates enough where it shows you, like, you can see the light still protruding from the door, you know, like if you look under a door, there's like that little slit, right? And then you can see a little bit of light, and I could see that from the couch. So apart from everything happening, and you know, the ruffling of the curtains would come on and off, but apart from it being colder and everything just being really fucking off, and the TV staticking, I was watching that bathroom light because it was a source of comfort. It was a light, you know, kind of off in the distance that I could, that I could be like, okay, this is a source of like comfort. It's something I can look at because I'm not, you know, I'm scared and it's really dark, but at least there's a light. And I was looking at it, and it didn't go off. Something fucking worse happened. I was looking at this fucking light. It didn't go off. But what had happened is I saw 2 feet. 2 fucking feet. The shadows of 2 feet. At the fucking slit of the doorstep. And nobody fucking entered the door. Nobody fucking entered the bathroom. But there was just 2 feet. I fucking planted. I swear to fuck. Oh, fuck, man. I'm laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm kind of just like reliving this and being like, really, holy shit, like I'm happy I'm not in that scenario. But it was just 2 feet kind of like planted that I could see at the slit of the doorstep. And I think that was the last straw, in the sense that I went in to I kind of took the blankets and I kind of just covered myself in the blankets. I kind of made like a little bunker for myself, because I got my phone and I started using my phone under the blankets. And I would hear the rustling of the curtains. I would hear like little fucking sounds in the room that would like really throw me off. But generally speaking, I think I was still pretty safe, right? I felt a little bit safer under those blankets. And I found like, okay, you know, like this is terrifying, but maybe I can just huddle down in here and not worry about something. And I started using my phone. I started texting my cousins even. And that's another thing, the signal was totally fine. Like I could text my cousins and there was signal, and I just don't know why the TV just started doing that. So I was texting my cousins and I was like, are you guys awake? What's happening? And and I was fucking freaking out. I was freaking out. So I was under the blankets. I thought I was safe. Shut up, Kane. That's how I was under the blankets. I thought I was. And you won't believe, I swear to God, this is where it kind of starts getting unbelievable, even to me. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you for the 1 month. This is where it starts getting unbelievable even to me, because what happens is like confusing to me. But I was under the blankets, right? And I was kind of finding peace, and I almost it went almost like 10 minutes without any occurrences. Like everything was fine. 10 whole minutes with no bad occurrences, nothing terrifying. There were like, the rustling of the curtains was still there. They would stop. You know, it felt like things were going to be okay. I could maybe fall asleep and just pretend like that night never existed, you know? But in the blanket, as I was kind of calming down a little bit and my heart rate was slowing to a crawl, I just heard the fucking TV roar and blare to life. And there was TV static on the TV. And I shit you not, guys, that I'm serious, the TV started fucking static. And I swear to God, I thought I was losing my mind. I genuinely thought I was losing my mind, because there is no fucking way that an unpowered TV like that, with no attachment to any electricity, after what, 12 minutes of it being unplugged, would start to static. It was unplugged for like 12-15 minutes. There's no fucking way. I understood if it was like, you know, but it started staticking again, and it had noise too. Like there was noise to the static. And and I was really fucking creeped out, everybody. I was really fucking creeped out. But I okay, so what happens next is really like still unbelievable. And if you guys choose not to believe me, I understand. I hardly believe myself. But I know what I've seen at the same time, you know? So I get up, terrified. And at that point, like, I want to scream. Like, I'm ready to scream. But, because it's not even a fact of, like, okay, you know, this is scary. It's like, I'm in actual danger. And if I scream, maybe there's a way I can maybe get help. Or if I die, I can at least warn people of something that's in the house. I get up from the couch. I basically smack the TV, begging it to shut the fuck up, because it was also scaring me. And as I'm up with a blanket draped around me, I look at the bathroom area, and the door is open, and there is this figure that has to be at least 8 or 9 feet tall. Has to be. His head exceeds the ceiling to the point that he is bending his neck just to be able to stand in the same room as me. And he his fucking arms reach his arms reach from you know, his shoulders all the way to the floor. And I swear to fuck, Chan, I swear this is the first time I've like ever seen something that close. And he just lurches towards me like so slow. Like I've genuinely never, I don't think not anything. This is why, Chan, that I like when I play Faz or I play horror games, it's just harder to scare me because I know what I saw. And it was just, it was not of this world. It was something straight from fucking hell. Like, it just didn't, you know, it didn't. And its fingernails were so fucking long. I couldn't see its face. I could only see its eyes. They weren't shining white or bright or anything, but I could see its eyes. And it was at least 8-9 feet tall. Its neck was broken almost. It was so fucking tall. Its neck was nearly broken just to be able to like to see me. So its neck was almost cracked, but even with its cracked neck, it was like 8-9 feet tall. It was fucking huge. And I didn't scream. I couldn't scream. I was completely paralyzed. It was almost like a fucking sleep paralysis episode. I go into bed and I start fucking praying. I'm not even kidding. I start praying. I was so terrified. I looked away. I didn't know what to do. I looked away. I was convinced that I was trying to scream, but my throat just wouldn't allow it. It's like something had happened to my throat. It fucked my throat over so that like it could kill me without me making a sound almost. I could not fucking scream. I wanted to so fucking badly. It's like being having sleep paralysis. You can't blink. You can't, any fucking coping mechanism, any comfort that you think that you can have, sound, noise, a familiar voice, warmth, you know, the ability to scream, just to let it out one last time, it just wasn't there. It took away everything from me at that very moment, and I just couldn't do anything. And I think that's why it's a scary thing, you know, because it's not just a sighting of a ghost. It felt like it personally attacked me, where it told me that you think you have so many of these comforts, your phone, your family, the TV, you know, warmth, the blanket, nothing will save you even in your last moments. Like, it's just me and you, and that's it. Nothing can come between me and your flesh, basically, or me and your soul, whatever it wanted from me. And And I think it was a few minutes after that, nothing attacked me. I was shaking on my couch. I was terrified out of my mind. Nothing made sense, but after a few minutes, I turned around and it was just gone. It was just fucking gone. I don't know if it's the prayer that worked. I don't know if it just wanted to, I think in a sick way, it just wanted to fuck me over so badly and put me in a state of panic where I was like having a panic attack almost, while it was basically satisfied injecting that kind of primal fear into me, you know? So I was on the couch. I was on the couch and I was there and I couldn't sleep. I was traumatized, genuinely, and it's still a traumatizing experience. Even if this has happened many years ago, it still traumatizes me. And I just sat on the couch, just unwilling and like completely shocked out of my fucking mind. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I didn't know anything anymore. And the reason why I say that this is multi-POV, and this is why it comes in, is because literally 30 to 45 minutes later, one of my cousins comes out of the room and tells me and asks me if I was okay. And this was 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And I was asking him why. I said, did you see my texts? And he was like, no, I didn't see your texts. And I was like, well, why did you come? And he said that there was something that was messing with the doorknob to his bedroom. And this is what I was thinking as well, because my theory behind all of this is that whenever the TV was staticking, that's when he would fuck with the doorknob, you know, because he didn't want to, because if I heard the doorknob moving, I probably would have screamed, because I know it was fucking with multiple people. But I think whatever was attacking us was really smart, where it just knew that it had to distract me, and it had to basically fuck with me so that I could fuck with others. And I basically it was making the TV static while it was fucking with the doorknob. So it started messing with the doorknob, and I didn't hear the doorknob because the TV static was so loud, and it just kept doing that over and over. And he came into the room and he was like, there's something. He was messing with the doorknob. I closed the door, and this is my cousin's POV, like he closed the door to his bedroom, and it would still just keep messing with the doorknob. And it was like shaking the doorknob like pretty violently. And then I was like, and then what happened? And then he's like, whenever I would check on the door and I lock the door, right? So my cousin went to go check the doorknob, lock the door, close the door. He would turn around and his sheets, his like blankets, his covers would be in a completely different place in the room. Like his sheets would not even be on his bed anymore. They would be on the table. And I was like, what the fuck? And he said yes. And and I swear to God, John, I was really scared. So he basically told me that he didn't care if he didn't sleep, he just needed to be in the same room. And I said okay. So we were sleeping for about like 20 minutes, and my other cousin, so he came into the room as well, and he said that he experienced something too. And he didn't experience anything too major. He didn't experience it as worse as like me and my first cousin who came into the room. But he said what happened to him was like well, I think it depends. Like, I think it's as scary too. The doorknob for him was shaking too, and he closed it, and he was really terrified, but he was more confused than anything. And this cousin, obviously, you know, he was alone in the room now because the first cousin went into the room. But he went to the first cousin who came into the room. He went into his bed, and he was like, "Hey, did you hear that as well?" Because the last cousin who was left in that room said that the bed was still like made up, and there was still like covers. Like, it looked like somebody was sleeping in the first cousin's bed. So he was going to like ask him like, "Hey, did you see that?" Like, you know how when you put pillows into a blanket to make it look like there's somebody in the blanket? Do you know what I mean, Chad? When you put something you put pillows in a blanket and you make it look like there's somebody there, that's exactly what this cousin saw, and was like, "Hey, did you see that?" And then like he was going to touch his shoulder and tap him, but when he tapped the blanket, it just wasn't, there was nobody. But the blanket was staying up somehow, right? It was in the shape of a human, like somebody was in the fucking blanket. So that's his experience, and he came to me and he told me about it, and I shared my experience. I swear. And the really funny part is that my parents didn't experience anything because they were both super tired, and they both took like a little bit of like sleeping pills as well. Either they took sleeping pills or they had a bit to drink the night before, so they were like really woozy, and then they fell asleep really quickly. But my parents did not experience much, but they completely believed us. They completely believed us. But yeah, your parents are holy. I think so. I think the ghost just goes for like say-so people or something. I don't know. But I think after that specific occurrence, I didn't lose my ability to be scared, but I lost a good chunk of my ability to be scared. That's why whenever I get scared by something like a ghost in a game, or I get jump scared, I'm always like, "Oh fuck, I'm still human, I can still feel," you know? It's a cool thing for me because I genuinely lost a lot of, you know, ability or the perception to be scared as much, because my mind is just constantly comparing it to that one scenario and situation. And yeah, so I want to thank the ghost as well for making me a little bit more comfortable to horror games and allowing me to play horror games without having to bat too much of an eye. And yeah, I fucking got her. But everybody, the long story short, like after that, what had happened was we basically vacated the room and we stayed in a regular room. I still slept on the floor, but I slept with my cousins basically in the same room, and we still had a decent time afterwards, but that was very traumatizing. And I have actually gone to therapy, and I have spoken about that specific situation. And apart from my immediate family, really, there is nobody else who knows about this story. I wouldn't say that this specific occurrence has really fucked me over or traumatized me immensely. I really don't think so, because I've been through more traumatizing things in my life When I tell you, everybody, that I have gone through a pretty storied and a decently painful life, I mean it. So that really doesn't, like, it still doesn't take the cake of like the most traumatizing or most like scary thing that's occurred to me, but it is definitely one of the scary, like, you know, a very, very intense paranormal experience. And I'm okay, everybody, I'm okay, don't worry. But I hope you guys enjoyed Scary Stories with Hex Haywire episode 1. This is not me saying that we're done. I'm not done. I just wanted to, that's all really I have for Scary Stories. It ended up being longer because I was able to tell you multiple points of view. But thank you, everybody. This was so much fun. I love you guys. We're still gonna chill out for a bit. I'll probably do like a Zatsu for like 30 minutes, and then we can maybe read a creepypasta or something. I'm shedding absolute bricks right now. Someone hold me. We can share a toilet as we hold hands. I'm gripping onto my... Oh my god. I'm actually quite surprised that you're still a skeptic. You've experienced more than what the average person has in their lifetime. I think... maybe I'm not a skeptic, everybody. Maybe I'm just like... I don't know how to explain. Like, I believe in ghosts, and I know that they exist. I know the reason why I think I'm a skeptic still is because... I don't really know. Maybe it's being stupid. Maybe I'm just trying to be like brave about it. I think me trying to say that I'm still a skeptic kind of gives me power over it, you know? Basically, me being in denial makes it feel like, hey, like I'm still like, I believe that you exist, but I'm still skeptical, you know? Like, maybe he wants a round 2, I don't know. Maybe they want a round 2 or something. Thank you, Alishu. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I love your profile picture because it's so cozy looking. I hope you guys enjoyed this very cozy ghost story stream, and you enjoyed me talking about my experiences. I would love to hear some of your experiences as well, Chad. I know that a lot of you guys have like good experiences, or not good experiences, but paranormal experiences, and I would love to hear it from you and read your story. If you want a voice to your story, I would love to help be a voice to that. It's 2 AM. How am I gonna eat now? You just simply don't look under your bed. Scariest part is the ghost only goes for say-so people. That's what I'm thinking. That's the main theory I have in my mind as well, Chad, wherein the ghost probably only goes for say-so people. And yeah, I think that's really the case, where you know, he only messes with people who are innocent of heart and pure and shit like that. So yeah, my parents being on say-so, my cousins being on say-so, basically, he didn't attack them as badly. If you see the ghost / shadow again, just degrade them, spit them or something, maybe they'll start working for you. Guess who ain't turning off the lights downstairs? I still go down to the basement, Chat, and I still go to basements and attics without the light open, even to this very day. I still do that. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now that I may be scared, but if I was folding, you know, or I was doing something, if I was doing my daily folding, or I was doing the dirty with somebody, even if this very same ghost came up to me, I would be paralyzed, but I would still keep going, Chat. I would still keep going, you know? In this world, it is truly breed or be bred, and I choose to do the breeding. So, I need to show, basically, dominance in a way. And I fucking... Thank you, Noah. Let me read these. X'd down. No, I would. Ghosts only attack say-so people. Is that why you became unsay-so? No! Fuck you. I am fuck you. I would still say so. This was quite cozy, even eeped for a hot second, but I'm so sorry you had to go through that, baby. Thank you so much, Noah. Stop calling me kitten. Okay, good to know. Shut up, kids. Don't fuck with me, John. Yeah, the TV turned on after the plug pulled off was what my dad told me when he was in a hotel room alone. The TV turned on after the plug. Wait, I don't know if that's like a joke or something, but yeah, maybe old TVs do that. I don't know. Like the thing about old utilities, right? At least in my mind, is that maybe they have reserve power or something like that. Like I've had things that run out of power, for example, and then like you try and turn them on like 6 days later even, and it still works. Like there's still a little bit of power. It's weird. So maybe something like that happened. I would love to share my stories in the future. I have plenty of them, not just from me, but from my family as well. I am actually kind of excited to share. Yesenia, you write very well, and I cannot wait. I will have a Google form out, everybody, if you want to share your personal paranormal experiences. Again, I want to do something unique that nobody ever has done as well. I want to be transparent with you guys and really just do something really fucking cool and unique. And that's really just sharing people's horror stories. And I multiple people have done this, but I don't think anybody from NIJISANJI has maybe like made a series out of, you know, reading horror stories. And one thing I also want to do, everybody, is upload them in video format, so not read them on stream. But if you share a story with me and you take your time to really write it well, I want to immortalize your story by making a whole ass video on it, maybe premiering it, and you can return to this video whenever, show people. If you want to keep your name anonymous, you can. If not, you don't have to. I will have to ask staff. You might have to do like a pseudonym. Maybe you can use your real name. I think you could, I don't know. But yeah, it would be really great to be like, oh, this story comes from Yesenia, and it's called, this horror story comes from Yesenia, and it's called The Time That I Wasn't Allowed to Nut. You know, something really terrifying like that. I don't know. But thank you, Vilnai. Let me read some of your... Oh no, they're expiring. I'm home alone right now. Thank you, Onyx. Be careful. Good morning. Good morning to you, Midori. Pinzi, thank you so much for the hearts. I'm reading these really fast because they're expiring. I know this was supposed to be spooky, but my brain literally just registers your voice as super cozy, and I was just sleepy the whole time. It's okay, Bill Nye. The purpose of this stream was supposed to be either to make you sleep, or to make you, Thank you, Masanto, of course. All of my paranormal scary stuff happens in my dreams, not so much when I'm awake. That's okay. We can do different videos, everybody. We can do vetted, or not vetted, but I suppose as vetted as I can, real horror stories that that you guys have experienced. So please don't try and send me anything like a creepypasta or something like that, because I will vet them and I will really check if they are real or if you've written them. But yeah, we could do something like that. And then we could have another video portion where I can read horror stories, regardless of whether they're real or not, and kind of just use that and see how it goes. You volunteer for the breeding. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. It's a really good idea to specialize it. I also have a lot to tell. I fell asleep in the middle of this stream. Oh, I'm happy. Paige, thank you for the 5 gifted. Chad, stop jump scaring me, please. It's genuinely the only thing that scares me nowadays, apart from like, you know, yeah, well, not much scares me actually. One thing that really scares me is you not taking care of yourself, and thereby sending me supers. So please be careful, take care of yourselves, and be good for me, please. Be good little sicklings. You're an incredible storyteller, by the way. I was completely immersed. I was telling it for too long because my brain was processing. I'm so sorry, everybody. That probably was like an hour and 10 minutes of storytelling, but I probably could have condensed it to something much quicker. It's just I had to recall all of the chronological details of it, especially since it's been a few years since this occurred. So... Paige, don't do that. Thank you for the 5. Thank you. And thank you as well, Lucy. I just realized that you sent me an offline donation, so thank you. Thank you for that. I have paranormal stories, but they're not really scary. They're more either spiritual, bittersweet, or just weird. Do those still count? Yes. Yes. Even if they're bittersweet or weird. Like, I know some people have paranormal stories, like One other paranormal story that I have is, for example, a grandmother passing, right? And like they had a specific scent or a specific smell, and you know, a few weeks after they had passed, basically, I would go into the living room and it would smell deeply of that specific scent or smell, and yeah, sometimes there are bittersweet moments like that, and it's really cute. Rico, don't. I know you're not afraid, but I'm afraid. Stop doing that. Thank you, Rico. Thank you. You like the details? Oh, Genie. But yeah, I hope you guys can revisit this stream as well too. I mean, we're not done, but that was my idea, to revisit these streams. One thing that really warms my heart that I like to think about is like, maybe you're a nurse or you're a traveling doctor, or like you're I don't know, a surgeon, or you're a truck driver, or you're somebody who, a caregiver, I don't know, something that requires you maybe to be alone, or you have a lot of off time within your work and you just want to listen to something cozy, or you want to have something, you know, playing in the background, or maybe you're in school or you're trying to sleep and you're a fucking sicko like me, where, you know, me being sick in the head and everything, I basically listen to horror stuff trying to go to sleep, or whenever I strip and take a bath and shower or something, I like having horror podcasts playing, you know? I like to sink in the hot water and let it seep over my skin and just bathe in my mistakes in the heat, and just have horror stories playing, and I just kinda sulk in the dark. Something like that, I don't know. But yeah, you can use this live stream for everything. And when I do release video form content about like horror stuff and your experiences, I can read that for you guys, and you guys can listen to those, and it'll be more bite-sized, because this stream will end up being like 3.5 hours long, maybe 3 hours. And the stream or the videos that I tend to put out will be closer to like an hour, so I could read like 4 or 5 viewer submitted horror stories and just read that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Fry. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Why should we stop jump scaring you if that's what you were doing to us earlier? I think the scariest part of the stream is the fact that you still haven't read my whole name. Bill Nye, the science guy, not Nookie. What the fuck? This entire time it was you, Nookie? I didn't even know this. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nookie. What the fuck? Will you tell fairy tales in the future? This is exactly what we girls like. I might do that. I might tell like little... What the fuck, man? I got jump scared there. Nookie got possessed by the spirit of Bill Nye. What the fuck? I don't know if... Hi, Nookie. That's a guy. But yeah, you guys are really fun. I love fucking with you guys on Twitter too. It's really cute to see you guys all, you know, panicking and everything. I will continue doing that forever. And I want you guys to know that it doesn't have to be tagged with Hex Livewire. It doesn't have to be tagged with Hex Haywire. It could literally just be a selfie that you post on an alternate account that you think nobody sees, where you guys like only Genshin stuff, or only anime stuff, or only NIJISANJI stuff. It could be completely tucked away with only 1 or 2 followers, and I will find you, and I will like your selfie. I will like your pictures. I think it's really cute. I see your fanfics and your art pieces. I see your little sketches that you're too afraid to put on exhibition because you're worried if it's good enough. I see that. And if you guys are like, do you like my selfie? Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at a lot of your selfies, and you guys really, some of you guys make me really, like, not some of you, but pretty much all of you guys make me blush. You guys are really good looking. It's crazy. But but I also I wanted to say, everybody, that I saw Niji selfie was trending on Twitter. When was it? Yesterday? And I was like, oh, NIJISANJI's trending again. And it was literally just by the power of the Sicklings that NIJISANJI was trending. Because like I was scrolling down for like a solid 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and there were just only Sicklings. Hi Mary. Hi Mary, how's it going? Welcome Mary. Thank you for coming by. We were telling horror stories and everything. How are you, Mary? Congratulations on your very very cool debut, by the way. Thank you for the 5 first aid. Thank you. Thank you, Claudine. Thank you, Tintin. Mary, I love you. I hope you're well. You're very cool. Thank you for pairing with me and my slow DMs. I hate God. Did you see it? I did see it, Mary. I saw it, but I really wish I didn't. I didn't see everything, but I know that you ate God. Your model is absolutely cursed, and you somehow are the king of the Philippines. I don't know how that happened, but you know, we'll take that W. I guess we'll just take it. Twitter makes me anxious. I really wanted to post a selfie, but I couldn't bring myself to it. Don't force yourself, please. I am the king of the Philippines. What is going on? Am I still asleep? Lamau. Yeah, I don't know what happened, you guys. Posting Bill Nye thirst traps to evade detection. I will find you. I have my ways. I have my connections. But really, I was about to say... Mary's fucking crazy, but... I was about to say to Traumatic and to everybody else, if NIJISANJI trends again, or there is another trend that comes off, it could be fucking Niji Poetic or Niji Breed, I don't fucking know, whatever hashtag comes out, right? You don't have to partake in it if it's something that makes you uncomfortable. Do not feel peer pressured to what do you call this? To fucking post something if you don't want to be part of it. Whether it's NIJISANJI, Niji poems, Niji breed, you don't need to, you know, you'll need to. Thank you, Ren. Good. Listen, Ren, I not only do I know your pet names, Ren, I also know your aspirations. Some of the things that you wish to achieve. I know things that you don't even know, Chan. If only you knew. If only you fucking knew. But you don't know, and that's what you get when you let your heart win. 'Cause tonight will be the night that I fall for you. Thank you, Nina. Meriwether, if you're still here, what is your pet name, by the way? What gets your heart pumping? Do you want me to call you a good boy? Do you want me to call you a darling? Do you what jingles your bells, Mary? Come join the foldlings, please. I am recruiting foldlings. I am new here. You see nothing, no selfies, no nothing, because I am not Nina. I am Bobby McGee. That's really cute from somebody who sent a lot of selfies and voice notes. Whatever you say, baby Nina. We're starting Niji breed. No, we're not. Don't talk. Don't, please, guys. I thank you. Guys, you got Hex Livewire trending with me doing like the kitty batsu. If I see like something like Niji breed trending and senpais click on that shit, you know, they click on Niji breed while it's trending. Chat, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know, and then they see my face all over. What did Mary say? My pet name is God of the New World, Emperor of Man, and Supreme Dog of the Multiverse. You know, Mary, that's a little long. I'm just gonna call you good boy, okay? But yes, you are the Emperor of all living things. But, you know, Mary, you're a good boy, right? Let's just go for that. Who's a good boy? Come here, Mary. Good boy sounds nice too. Okay, that's great, Mary. Thank you. what I walk into, you don't want to know, Neko. I love you, Mary. I'm really proud of you, though. Like, your debut was really fucking sick. You managed to make debuts both fun, entertaining, and completely fucking crazy. I genuinely feel like I am on multiple forms of hallucinogens when I am watching you. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I wake up sometimes in the morning and I don't, like, there are two people in this world who I don't believe are real, and I mean this in the most like affectionate way. Like, I fucking love you guys, but Doppio and Merryweather are two of the people who I wake up in the morning and I'm like, these people really exist, and I have the honor of existing in the same planet as them. Minnie, thank you for the 50. Thank you for the sticker. Thank you, Minnie. That's so sweet of you. I hope you were able to see some of the thingy-majiggies, the stream. Thank you, X. No, I mean it, Mary. But yeah, if you guys want to say hi to Mary, he's on Twitch. He's really great. He's a sweetheart, and he's very helpful, and very just genuinely kind. Thank you, Mary. My throat is like dying right now. Let me drink some water. Don't use that emote, Mary. You're gonna make me want to hug you. It's gonna be okay. Okay, let me drink. Stop playing favorites. Merryweather does not bully me, Chad. I will play favorites because Merryweather does not bully me. Merryweather is a good boy, and Merryweather does not bully me. You guys, on the other hand, we are in a constant battle 24/7, you know? But my heart belongs with you, Sicklings. You know this. I love you guys immensely. Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay. But it's fun. Exactly. You guys choose to do this, and it absolutely destroys me. This is how we show our love to you. I don't approve. Oh no. The only reason I post pics on Twitter is for the Sicklings. I want to trap them and keep them all to myself. Oh no. You've revealed how awful of a person you are. How could you do this to me, Kate? How could you? Well, if I trap you, then everything should be fine. God, Hex's favorites, and it's Mary, not Sicklings. Mary is a Sickling though, so you guys are all my favorite technically. Back up, buddy. No, okay. I don't mean to lump you guys. The Foldlings are absolutely wonderful, beautiful, nut-tastic individuals, you know? Just wonderful. But there are also some motherfuckers who are still within the Focuslings who still choose to bully me in that way. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for the gifted. Foldings win. Yes, exactly. Hex, do not check the live tag. I will check it right now. Okay, let's see. Cause tonight will be the night that I'ma fall for you. It's getting hot in here. Let me take off some of my clothes here. Oh, baby. Bloody actually. Oh my god! The list is longer. Princess. 8-bit Snugglepuff Melody. Oh my god. Angel. Snugglepuff Katsugia. Angel Baby. Bitch. People like being called bitch. That's fucking nice. I'm fucking reading so much. I'm consuming. Dove's pet name is My Dear for 8-bit. Side cheese is Dove. Pisces is Uri. Oh my god. All the information. Sinta for Clear. Pretty girl for Honey though. Little one for Mooney and Binyo and Usagi. Oh my god. Cause tonight will be the night. Oh, I will fall for you. Cause jealousy turning saints into the sea. Okay, I really want to thank you, Glitteries. You are very close to reaching mod status after divulging such great information. Not only are you divulging information, you are giving me such valuable ammunition to use against my war and my crusade against the Focuslings. You know that my honest and true quest is to make sure that everybody folds twice a day. You know, it's a very common phrase ever since the 1800s, guys. Not a day keeps the doctor away. So this is really important for me, and I am very blessed to have laid my eyes upon such valuable information. You're NIJISANJI? I don't Twitter? Alright, let me go check your YouTube channel right now. Oh, looks like you have a music playlist that I will now continue to see, and I will now understand you better because of it. Thank you so much for the music playlist page. I will continue to... Excuse me, what did we Focuslings do? Yesenia, you can't be a Focusling too. Yesenia, I need you to be a good example, please. Not happening. Candace, hi! I hope you've been well, Candace. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the Nen. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god. There's just too much. You're not getting us all glitteries. NIJISANJI is chilling in the corner. Guys, you may be NIJISANJI, but you remember, you are only one step away from Niji Breed. So please make the right decision. It is still early in the year to change up some of your New Year's resolutions and figure something out. I'm not on that list. You're gonna be even more of a menace. Oh, Genie, what? I've been giving power. Absolute power corrupts. I must use this power to... You think I'm gonna use this power for good? You think I'm gonna use this power for good? I can't go back to sleep. You need your rest. I told you I wasn't a foldling in the beginning. In my heart, I will always be a Focusling. I really fucked it up this time, and it was your heart on the line. But it was not your fault but mine. Didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear? Nookie's on that list, but good thing I've animorphs. What the fuck you mean you've animorphs? Use a VPN. Chat, a VPN is for hiding your IP address. I don't want your IP address. I want your soul. There's a fucking difference. Okay, let me read some of this. I have been able to watch you since you changed when you stream. I'm so glad I'm able to be here. Adjumatic, thank you. I love your profile picture. Thank you so much. I need to know for drawing. If you were to give a chat a bouquet of which flowers, what would it be in? What would be in it? I don't know. I think I'd do something then. I'd get a large array of flowers because I know people like different flowers, right? So sunflowers, roses, daisies, a lot of different ones. I think just a wide variety. I'm sorry if that is harder to draw. Leonaki, hi. I'm grateful you're here, but you didn't. Leonaki, thank you for the red. Thank you. How have you been? I hope everybody's been well. Thank you, Leonaki. Thank you for the tomato, guys. Don't do that, please. You're gonna scare me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the 5, Siren. Thank you so much for the 5. I catch. You start your Joker arc. If we can't do Niji breed, can we start breedlings? Yeah. You guys are the breedlings. But we already have foldlings. It's kind of the same. Please just ignore that my name's on there. I'll be a good girl, I promise. This is scarier than the stories you told. Just know, I want you to know, Chan, that, and this is important, you know that list that Glittery sent? I want you to know, and this is my attempt to comfort you, that I will be thinking about that list 24/7. I will be thinking about it 24/7. It's going to be on my mind all the time. I'll just be memorizing and thinking. I'll be thinking about all of the moments in your life that led up to you having that specific nickname. You know? Good, because I'm not there. I will, Glitteries, if you need, Glitteries, if you need more incentive, I want you to know I am very proud of you. You are a strong warrior, Glitteries. I know there is going to be much opposition for you, whether it be on Twitter or wherever you guys conglomerate, but I want you to know, Glitteries, that you are doing God's work, and if you can find specific names for other people, I would be very, very, very happy. So continue hunting for more of these names. They make me very happy, and they put a smile on my face. Shut up, Tini. Oh my god. ASMR of whispering pet names when? I don't know. I could do that definitely in the future. Glitteries' pet name is Pumpkin. Oh, I know. You see, the thing with Glitteries is... Glitteries, I know Glitteries' pet name is Pumpkin, but I don't say it because Glitteries is a foldling, and you know, I don't wish to hurt my own allies. Like, the foldlings live a happy and easy life. They, you know, they just enjoy themselves. They're healthy. They nut twice a day. They're tired of work, and you know, they know how to detoxify. Everything is great. Cassie. Hi, Cassie. Welcome, darling. Thank you. Because wow, it's hot in here. It is hot. Everybody's crazy. You can always call me mommy. Stop it. You're activating the switch. Roro, thank you. Thank you so much. Roro, thank you so much. And I saw your little cake thing on Twitter too. It was really adorable. Thank you for that. I love you guys. You guys are so creative. A lot of you guys have like such creative ways of just showing out and like showing your support, and it's really, really cute. Some of you guys bake cakes. I saw somebody bake like a birthday cake, or it was their birthday and they like had a birthday cake of the Sicklings. So it's just really cute. This is why only Chad gets kisses. But I do everything that you want me to do. Why? What am I doing that's wrong and making you guys not want to join me? I'm so confused. Look at this blatant favoritism. Come here, Glitteries. I'm getting rid of you. What's wrong? I can't believe it. Snugglepuff, I will not condone any sort of violence. My pet name is... Go on, say it out loud. No, I will not. Not the moaning. What do you mean? That was me moaning in another voice. Me moaning normally is different. Did you want to hear that too? I heard that you saw fanfics. If you've ever come across mine, I hope you enjoyed. I've read your fanfics, Alexis. Sorry everybody, I just stubbed my toe. That's why it was really painful and I started moaning in agony. My throat. Ugh. What do you mean she deserves it? Stay away. Do not interfere with Glittery's work, okay? Stop. Toes always get stubbed, exactly. Yeah. I removed my headphones at the worst time. Mom, you heard nothing. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, sometimes I stub my toe on something and it really... Oh, fuck, that hurts. I did it again. Oh, fuck. Oh, I need to stop doing that. Fuck. Okay, I feel a little bit better now. Thank you so much for the 1 month, Amai. You're so sweet. Thank you. AK, please, no. AK, don't do this. Why must I subject myself to this suffering? I never wish to hear Hex moan again. Oh, you never do. Oh. You sounded like Peter Gifford when he fell and hurt his knee. I don't know exactly what that sounds like, but... Thank you so much, Tantar. Thank you so much, Midnight Lore. And thank you so much, AK. Guys, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. This generosity is just insane. You guys are fucking crazy. Stop moaning, Fee. I'll think about it. I'll think long and hard about it. I know that moaning definitely is something that's like, you know, a little bit on the offish side, so I really apologize if I... fuck. If that happens once in a while, I will try to stop doing that. But I'll think long and hard about it, okay? Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Keep saying guys, please. Whimpering, shaking, and crying. Wow. Perfect. I came back to stream to this man moaning. I'm not moaning. I just stubbed my toe multiple times. It fucking hurts. So why won't you believe me? Thank you, Minnie. Thank you for the sticker. Sir, I folded more than twice a day. Listen, folding twice a day is a good staple amount. But, you know, if you fold more than that in a day, that's totally fine. Like, for example, the most times that I've folded in one day, and I'm not joking here, is around 6 or 7, you know? I just have such great... I have such drive, basically, to fold, you know? I think it was around 7 times, that was my maximum. But I do average around 2 to 3. But it's just, I have great drive and great motivation to fold. I thought foldings were safe. This is rude. That wasn't even me doing anything special for you. Not Mooney saying she's so tired of this place. Tuscado for reading them. I hope you liked it. They can be in a hinge. I'm still thinking about the enemies lovers trope. Alex says you really write well. I want to say that first and foremost. You write very well. I think your ability to creative write is really spectacular, and I hope that you continue, you know, putting time to develop that skill, because it's something that it doesn't come easy to people. Don't know which side I should choose. It's so fun to mess with the hacks, but at the same time, folding is tempting. Okay, Kieran, you can... How about this? You can fold privately, but publicly you can pretend like you're focused. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to be very, very frank. I know a lot of you pretend to be focuslings, but you're all just foldlings on heart, you know? You pretend to be focuslings, but you are. You know what you do. You know that you fold. I love how it's the scary story stream that's awakening things in me. Oh, that makes me so happy. Let's try and awaken everything, yeah? Let's get you all awakened. Hexy, what's up, baby? Did you finally accept that you're sussy, or do you need a tank of copium to pretend that you're say-so? I told you the ghost that I experienced meeting or encountering was going after people who were only say-so. If literally if a demon tells me that you're say-so, I'm fucking say-so, Chan. I don't make the rules out here. Welcome to the Sicklings. Thank you, Shari. Fold for me, Sicklings. I'm real. He can only cross arms. Shari, I love your new profile picture. Thank you for coming by. And Shari, thank you so much for the thumbnail. Everybody, I know there's a credit section below, but the beautiful thumbnail was drawn by Shari. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Next week, we're going to be doing crazy stuff. So I'm going to be able to talk to you guys about this tomorrow because I'm playing Jump King. Might be a mild endurance stream. I don't know. We'll have to see. Thank you so much. Thank you for... Welcome back to the Sicklings, Che. Thank you. I don't pretend. I am a focusling. No, you're not. You're fucking not. But yes, next week is going to be very exciting. I said this before, but the hand cam stream is going to be on Valentine's Day JST around the same time, so we will be able to do stuff. I will be writing, it's kind of like an assorted hand cam stream where I will be showing you, no, I can't show you my knives, but I can show you like my rings and show some of my chains. I can also, like, we're going to also be writing letters to XSOLEIL, so I'm going to be writing Valentine's letters to everybody in XSOLEIL, and I will be writing Valentine's letters to you as well, chat. But yeah, this might change up. I might do something different. I'm still deciding on what to do. It might not happen. What will happen for sure is the hand cam is pretty much confirmed, but I will not be, but the topic or the subject of the hand cam stream is still up for debate. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Thank you. I just like to give as much as I receive. Giving is really great. I must admit, I have to say that. I am very much a giver when it comes to certain things also. Good night, Hex in chat. Good night, Alexis. You are so sweet. I love your writing. Please continue to keep doing that, okay? If one wishes to be real, do we get off or ride this? I don't even know what you're talking about, Onyx. It just made me laugh. How do you figure that we're all foldlings? What gives you that idea? I mean, like, you have to fold once in a while, don't you? Even if it's not me, you are still a folder in general. Are you not? And if you are a folder in general, then it's only a matter of time before I make you fold for me. Thank you so much, Jang. Thank you. Welcome home, Jang. Thank you so much for joining the memberships. Okay, let's change up the music a little bit. 'Cause tonight will be the night I will fall for you. Okay. This is in. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I don't want to boost your ego. It's not my ego that needs boosting. I don't have an ego. It's more about making you guys feel relieved and stress-free. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let me turn up the BGM here so you guys can hear a little bit of a more calming sound. You've been really sick for the last couple of days. This is the best I've felt in days. Of course, Jade. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jade, as well. I see you doing art pieces and I'm very enamored by your art. Thank you so much. Jokes on you, like playing this game? You guys are so fucking stubborn, you know? Why are we so big? It's because if I put chat on, it's gonna lag really badly. Early Valentine's present, and I'll never be folding. Never say never, everybody. Never say never, but I'll take it. I'm sorry, out of context. But can I ask you, if you ever do plan to do the hand cam playing with kitten, you can pass this if it bothers you. Happy 1 month. No, it doesn't bother me. I would, but at the same time, I don't think I might be able to like make it a long form. And also the problem is baby, like the way the camera is set up is it's going to be pretty uncomfortable for me to hold baby in that way. I might be able to show you baby for a few seconds, but at the same time it will be hard because the angle is so very off, you know? So thank you Snugglepuff, thank you Tanuki. So it'd be pretty hard to like properly set her, and I don't want baby to be uncomfortable. Allow her to be a heathen. Yeah, that's one thing I could do. I could definitely allow her to be a heathen, and I could put her on top of the table. But the thing is, baby doesn't really, I don't know if baby would like stay on the table or if baby would like move away, but we'll see what baby chooses to do. I love you guys. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. Thank you for the tomato soups. Thank you for all of the just the fucking outpouring of love and constant support from you guys. Yeah, she comes first. Wait, what did Shari say? Let me read Shari said. Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. It got lost. It got lost in the sauce. The message is forever gone. You guys have really... Thank you so much, everybody. This was really fun. I'll keep talking for a little bit because I'm really having fun with you guys. Is baby a kitten? Baby is not a kitten. None of both my kitties are pretty old. Like again, Dusty is like 14 and baby is like 7 or 8. So they're both pretty mature and they're adults, but they're forever gonna be my kittens. Just like you, chat. Forever going to be my kitten. Foldlings are well taken care of. Thank you, Pop. That's what I like to hear. Jealousy turning saints into the sea. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Whisper, Tuskaru, whisper. Alright. I think this is allowed. I'm going to give you guys a... Do I give you guys... Maybe I should give you guys a song of the stream. I feel like giving you guys a song of the stream once in a while will be pretty cool. Maybe I could like... Maybe I could do that. Thank you so much, Eiley. Thank you. Yes, please. Okay, so the song of the stream. This may or may not happen, but I think I'm listening to... What have I been listening to the most today? I've just been listening to a shit ton of music, so I have to pick between all of this. I've been listening to... What's a good song to pick out of this? I've been listening to Let You Down by... I can't pronounce this name. It's a Polish name, but it's let me type it in chat. But this is what I've been listening to today. Let me get the thing, because it has special characters. Okay. Okay, everybody. So this is the song that I've been listening to. Song of the day. And basically let me know what you guys think. I've been listening to a bunch of songs, but this is something that I've been listening to in particular today. And I just felt like it's a vibe, and you know, it's pretty sad, but it's pretty cool too. This specific song is both available on Spotify and on YouTube, but if you guys want to see it, it's like the music video is really sick too, so I would suggest watching it on YouTube when you do get the chance. Chat, a lot of you guys have been asking me to be your Valentines, and of course, there's a reason why I'm spending Valentines with you guys. You guys are 100% my Valentine's dates. You love this song? It's a great song, it really is. But yeah, definitely check it out. I love you guys. I love you. You guys are really sweet. What are some of the music stuff that you guys have been listening to? Have you guys been listening to any music? And if so, what is your song for the day? Some of you guys don't listen to music as much, and that's totally okay. Have you listened to the new Linkin Park? Yes. Lost was great. You've been listening to funk, Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift. Paramore's new album. Last one, I swear, if I keep going, I'm gonna go broke. Even though you seeked out my untagged selfie, I wanted to say thank you. Of course. Thank you so much, Nugopop. Thank you. You're so sweet. Sunshine by Arden Jones. TXT. You've been listening to New Jeans. Oh my god. Flash by Simon Curtis. I can't wait to listen to your song of the day. Yeah. You're listening to Eve's song, Rammstein. Rammstein's great. Main Skin. Listening to Stray Kids. Stray Kids. Joji, EXO, Kashi, 17. Show You Off by Brent. Under the Weather by Corpse. Forever, of course. 505 by Arctic Monkeys. How does that go again? I'm going back to 505 if it's the 7. Do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways? Sad to see you go. Evanescence. Vivian by Crosses. Bob. I'll check that out. Show Me How, Men I Trust. Men I Trust is really great. There was a Men I Trust song that I was listening. Oh, now you're reminding me of the Men I Trust song that I was listening to. It was good. The Neighborhood. If You're There from Bad Omens. That's one of the ones I listened to. Mooney. Candace, what the hell? Candace, don't do this to me. Not towards the end. Candace. Yessie and I shall remain focused. What are you gonna do about it? We are simply better. Seriously though, have a wonderful time zone and make sure to get some rest. Candace, you've been traveling a bit and you've been working really hard. I hope that you've been resting. I hope that the streams can be somewhat of a comfort for you and you are resting. Okay, please take care of yourself. Thank you, Candace. Thank you. These never really, like, seriously, they mean so much to me. And guys, like, your supers and your members, I appreciate them wholeheartedly. You don't understand. They just mean so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. It means that I get to do stuff, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't spoil myself often, but whenever I get to go eat, you know, maybe with Mama Haywire or Papa Haywire, sometimes, you know, I get to eat something yummy, and I'm like, oh shit, thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Baby Metal is really great. I like Baby Metal. Thank you, Mooney. I'm trying to take care of myself. It's just been a hellish week. It really has been a hellish week, everybody, and I can't talk about. I can't talk about it, and I don't really feel like it's appropriate to. But it's just a really not inappropriate. Angie, no. Thank you for the 50, Angie. What did you say? Just because you're fucking sick, Angie. Candice and Angie, I swear, you guys. Rico, Candice, Angie, Yesenia, you guys are fucking sick. I hope your credit cards get absolutely fucking yeeted or something. What else you guys listen to? But think your way. Alright, you guys have great songs. Ojitos Lindos from Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is cool too. I like Bad Bunny. Summer song. Gaslighting by Only One. You performed that. That's crazy. Dean is great. Yeah, you guys have really great music stuff. Owl City by Fireflies. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause I get 1,000 hugs. DPR, Mr. Insanity from DPR, and you guys are fucking, some of you, like a lot of you guys are emo as fuck. It's cute. Looks good on you. I'm sure you're hungry by now, so go try and find the plate big enough for me to fit in. It's weird feeling. Why is Bill Nye just flirting with me straight up? AK, I swear. Thank you so much. Thank you, AK. Guys, this ain't gay. You need to save up. There's a big event happening called the big event, and you're gonna need your money for that thing. I don't know. Just please save your money. I'm tired of trying to find excuses. Save your money. It's called taxes. Yeah. You guys are so fucking cute. I swear. Just want to pinch your fucking cheeks. Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. Some of you guys said Cigarettes After Sex too. Cigarettes After Sex is really cool. Not the band, John. Not the action. Well, what is it? Your lips, my lips. Apocalypse. I remember when we first got to. You don't smoke, no. Ash Nico. Ash Nico's cool. Hold It Down. Don't say Hold It Down, man. Not me. Kotoka's version of Hold It Down was sick. She sounds better than I do. Goofy Goober by SpongeBob. Oh, I'm happy you're listening to a song that you relate to, Nina. Continue being a Goofy Goober. One more before I go and check Streamlabs. It's not something to be scared of. Actually, what does that fucking mean? What does that mean? Angie, please. You know, there's so many of you who just... I saw that, Angie. I saw the Streamlabs. Angie, please listen. There are so many of you guys who just like fucking slap the deep voice out of me, you know? Very Paige. Guys, I'm going to do the timer if you don't do this. The reason why I haven't been employing the timer is because you guys have been very well behaved, so I don't want to have to do this. What else do you guys listen to? Thank you though, you guys. Thank you so much, Paige. Thank you, Angie. I love you. Thank you. I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you. Would love to pinch your cheeks too, baby. You're so cute though. I wasn't planning to use my hands. What the fuck? What the hell? Don't. I will pop up the timer, chat. Don't test me. I will do it. Vocaloids. You guys have really good taste. A lot of you have good taste. What songs do you like from DPR? And I like everything in mood swings in this order, honestly. They're all pretty decent stuff. Slipknot is really good. Yes, I love Slipknot. The album is so good. Yes, it's really good. Fuji K's, yes. Fuji. What was the Fuji K's song I was listening to? I think it was. I don't know what it is, but it goes. It's like Sunday, I think. That was the title of the Fuji K's song. You're back in your Linkin Park era. Understandable. Mitski. Bring Me the Horizon. Bring Me the Horizon is great. Unholy by Sam Smith. I was listening to that like 3-4 days ago. You fell asleep? It's okay. Not sleep easy. 10K Rock. Avenged Sevenfold. You listen to a lot of pop and R&B. You guys have really decent. You have really decent bands. I'm surprised you have great taste, everybody. I'm not surprised. You guys are Sicklings. You have absolute insane riz, but still surprising nonetheless. Can you tell me what genre of music you're into? I'm really into a lot. As you guys can see, I'm talking about different bands here and recognize so much that, you know, you guys, it's just like, I like so much different kinds of music. It's hard. Doomed from BMTH. Oh, from Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah, that's great. It's a good song. Thank you so much, Gigabyte. You're so sweet. It's Reezy. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. No, chat. Bad bong. Thank you for the 10, Reezy. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. I did glitch for a second. I think a frame dropped or something. I'm so sorry. Doja Cat. Okay. Alright, everybody. I'm gonna stay for like 10 more minutes. We can talk a little bit more about bands because I want to hear from you. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have you heard of Lady Beard? No, I haven't. MCR is good. I don't really know too much MCR songs. I need to brush up. Could you do a dramatic reading of WAP? No, I don't think so, Jed. I had a super chat for the first time. Thank you for the cute song. I love you. Thank you so much, Ayaka. Thank you. Daisuki. Arigato. Thank you. But yes. Thank you guys. Thank you for everything. I'm gonna be closing this up a little bit. I really want you to know that you guys are really strong, both as individuals and as a group. The Sicklings are fucking insane. Like, who the fuck can make Niji selfie trend just like that, you know? Within a snap. Like, you guys made Niji selfie trend, and everybody, I was scrolling for like 10, 20, 30 seconds longer, a minute, and it was just pictures of Sicklings. There were some other people, but you guys just decided, hey, let's make Niji selfie trend, and then you guys did it. You guys are, you don't understand your power. Like, your tweets, your comments, your positivity, shit like that echoes through so many different it echoes to so many different people, and that's really a beautiful thing. I'm very proud of you. I love giving you whiplash too, by the way. It's really cute seeing you absolutely like flabbergasted, going from like, I love you, you're so sweet, thank you for everything, to get on your knees, you fucking slut, and then you guys just going, what's happening? It's really cute, and I really like messing with you, and I will continue to do this forever. So thank you for being patient. And know that, you know, yeah, it's really cute, thank you. Going from like, you know, from something meaningful, like, I wouldn't be able to do this without you, to, oh, I bet you fucking like it when I pull your hair like that, you know? It's just a lot of different things that really make us very quirky and very goofy, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you guys. yeah. Okay, one last thing I wanted to tell you guys, and this is a bit serious, is that I'm so sorry if I'm a little bit off in the coming days or weeks. There is just a lot of things happening and a lot of things that are not within my control. Some of these things I am not, you know, I don't have the liberty to talk of during this stream. And it really, I'm gonna be really real with you. It's a lot of depressing topics and a lot of just difficult to tackle things. But yeah, please, you know, I'm not gonna get into specifics. All of XLA as well is going through a bit of a rough patch right now, so please give your love to them. And it's not an easy time, and some of us also are under the weather or feeling a little bit on the sick side. So please give them love, give them attention. And yeah, I as the official unofficial mom of the group, basically, you know, there is a lot of things that are relayed towards me, and I really love being able to be there for people, especially people I really deeply care about. And yeah, just know that it's not always easy, and things, you know, please forgive me in particular if things are a little bit off, because you know, I just I deeply empathize with them, and yeah, it's not the easiest time. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Moa, for the strawberry smoothie. I really appreciate it, guys. Your donations, your super chats are what keep the stream running. Thank you so much. But again, you don't have to give in excess of what you cannot give. Please know that I'm gonna be okay. I'm doing all right. So don't do anything. Don't break the bank for me. Take care of yourself. Pay your bills. Treat your family. Treat your friends. I will say this over and over again. Hex, broken record, haywire. Hex repeats himself, haywire. You know, whatever the fuck. I know I do this, but it is imperative to me that you guys are safe, you guys are warm, and you have the necessities covered, okay? Thank you so much, Onyx. Thank you. I love you guys. I love you. And I want you to know that I miss you. I really do miss spending time with you. It's great to be able to talk about things like this. And I'm so happy that we've managed to foster such a strong and powerful community. And I see how you guys treat each other, and I love it. Like, continue being nice, being kind to one another. It's good to hear about your days. I love the messages I see in chat or super chats or whatever, where you guys are like, oh, you know, I had this, or I'm going to work, or I'm doing this. It's like, oh shit, like, you're taking me with you. That's really cute, you know? Let's go on an adventure together. Or like, as long as you don't text and drive, you know, like, or even in the car where you have me playing, it's like, oh shit, like, we're going somewhere, or like, I can keep you company as you're doing something. And yeah, I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. I didn't have a lot of, you know, connections. I was a bit of an outcast in a way, not because of I was socially inept, but because, like, I just chose to be that way. And yeah, it's such a wonderful feeling, really, to have a community that is this loving and caring. So continue doing that. I love you, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for Jump King. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for being here. You guys are really cool. Take care of yourselves and continue the really good work. I miss you all very much. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye, chat.